Get nasty on a Thursday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. The Cardinals currently trail the Pittsburgh Pirates 1-0 in the top of the third inning at Busch Stadium as the Cardinals wrap things up against the Pirates this week. Speaking of the Cardinals, Bernie Michaelis, our guy Bernie Michaelis on Twitter. So this season, the Cardinals have a record of 26-45, 366 in games started by the Fed man, Eric Fedde, Miles Michaelis, who is on the bump today, and Andre Palante, who was on the bump last night. In all other games, the team's record is now 39-24, following Palante's loss to the Pirates last night. Have we gotten a proper evaluation on the Cardinals this season, considering that they've had three guys in their starting rotation that, at least when they have pitched, have not fared well and have led to just a buttload of losses?
Yeah, I think it's tough to tell. I really do. I think because, look, there's no secret that the Cardinals' offense has been inconsistent at times. But I think it's tough to tell overall if your record is so good with actual Major League Baseball pitchers.
2 nights ago, sorry. Palante 2 nights ago. I said last night.
With actual Major League Baseball pitchers, you're winning games. Like, there's got to be something to it. So as far as are they getting a proper evaluation, I don't know, because you look at a team that even last night, Sonny Gray shoves, but the offense isn't really there. Mm-hmm. But then you look at the game before, the game's over before it starts. It's done. And today was almost the same thing. Michaelis was down 1-0. There were 2 guys on base in the top of the first, and then he had 2 guys on base again in the top of the second. So I don't know if you're getting a true evaluation of your baseball club, because your rotation stinks. And I don't mean McGreevy, Gray. I'm even going to let Liberatore off the hook here a little bit, because he's pitching now into foreign territory. He's never been this deep into the season before as far as innings pitched. So when you've got these other guys that you feel like you can't even compete on those days, that does affect the team. Like, I can tell you, Carey, I don't know what the equivalent is in the NFL, but I can tell you that if we have a bad goaltender, if your team's playing pretty good hockey, you're playing against another team that's about the same as you guys, and the first 2 guys come down the ice, they shoot and they score. Easy goals. You're down 2-0 before the game's really even going. Then you're down 3-0 halfway through for some reason because it's another bad goal. As a team, you don't give up. Nobody gives up. But you play different. You're playing, you're in the hole. You're playing, you're scratching and clawing, and you're doing things to try and get back in the game, which means you're opening up more, which means you're playing even worse. So I wonder how that happens in baseball. Like, when they get up into the batter's box, you're down by 5 already in the first inning. Does your approach change? Instead of just playing the small ball or bat to ball and all that, are you looking for seats every time?
Well, there's plenty of them available, Jamie.
Yeah.
You can find one.
I didn't say people.
At Busch.
I said seats.
Oh, there's plenty of seats available.
But Carey, I don't know what the equivalent would be in football. Like, if your quarterback stinks,
quarterback. Yeah. Any other position, you can kind of hide it or mask it. You can run away from a bad left tackle. You're going to struggle. You can chip with a running back and add a tight end to help a bad offensive lineman. But if you got a bad quarterback, man, it's a long day at the office, especially for those defensive guys, because they get pissed. They do not like sitting down for 1.5 minutes, getting their water, and going right back on the field. So it would probably be a quarterback. I think it's the same thing. I think the Cardinals' starting rotation has been lackluster for this season. I would say probably last season as well. Probably the season before that as well, when they won 71 games. Like, this has been an issue for this team for at least 3 seasons. And, I mean, I can't put it all on the pitching because, sometimes the hitting doesn't show up either. The hitting didn't give you much last night. Sonny Gray performed pretty well. And you didn't get any run support. Miles Michaelis, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I forgot the number, but it's well over 100 games that he's pitched, and he receives 2 runs or less in his starts. Like, you're probably not going to win as a pitcher. And I think Miles Michaelis has had his moments where he's blown up, but he still doesn't get a lot of wins because he doesn't get a lot of run support. So I don't know if it's all on the pitching staff. I think it's both sides tied in. They aren't performing well enough consistently enough at any level.
I understand the question. It's just hard for me to say that this team would be better if they changed X, Y, or Z. And Carey, you just highlighted like the offense is inconsistent at times, but this is the team that they put together.
Yeah.
Pitching is a part of that. And I don't know what they're going to do next season or what that will look like. For me, it's just tough to wrap my brain around that this team would actually be better if those three dudes weren't a part of the starting rotation, because we ultimately don't know.
No, you're right. We don't know. But having three such important players play so poorly, like, it does affect the group.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, unless if you've got to put up 5 or 6 plus runs a game, like, that's asking for a lot.
Yeah, I think your point is well made about the goaltender have an effect on the rest of the team, or the quarterback in Carey's case have an effect on the rest of the team. I completely agree with that. If you're trailing 7-0 like the Cardinals were at one point 2 nights ago, or 5-0 in the first inning, I mean, you're just defeated at that point. But I understand where Marsh is going. I think big picture wise, look, I get it. They're 39 and 24 when those three guys don't pitch. This roster, unfortunately, was built by John Mozeliak, though. So, do we get a proper evaluation of this roster?
But are they as bad as they seem?
It's the roster that he built. I don't know, because if he also picked those 3 guys.
I get
you know what I mean? So
that's what the whole problem. This is the mind pretzel I've been going through for 24 hours.
Sure.
When we first started talking about it yesterday, is the team actually as bad as they are, or was it just really a group of 3 pitchers that kind of sunk the ship?
So I think if you want to go the optimistic route, you go that route. You go.
I don't want to go. I just want to know.
You remove those 3 guys, but since we don't know, if you remove those 3 guys, you can make an argument that you're at least a wild card contender. You get rid of those 3 guys, and replace them with average pitching. You're a wild card team, right? But to me, they're not a bug in the system. They're all part of the system. And it's a system that has gotten us to the point where we're all apathetic and we want the season to be done with.
I think what scares me is that maybe the Cardinals also have this line of thinking to where they just go out and get 3 different pitchers and roll back the same positional players, because there are holes within that group as well,
right,
that I don't think they should just overlook and have this thought process that we're sort of conjuring up right now.
That's kind of where I keep coming back to.
I'm not saying you overlook.
Well, I'm not saying you are.
I'm just saying, like, the group itself is affected by such poor pitching. Bottom line.
The whole team stinks.
But do they? Because we just talked about the record with good pitching.
But I went back to find the number. So this was last year when John Denton wrote this. Miles Michael this was last year, August of last year, so the number could be different. But 33 of his career starts for the Cardinals, he received 0 runs support. Like 0 runs in 33 of those starts. In 107 of his starts as a Cardinal, he's received 2 or less runs. Now, maybe he gave up 6 runs in those games. Maybe he didn't. Right now, he's got 1 run allowed on the board, and they have not got a hit. They have not gotten a run yet for him. So it's all of it. It ain't just, and I'm Miles Michael stinks at times, but there are also times where the offense stinks when he's pitching. Like, they aren't supporting him. So it's the entire team. It ain't just the pitchers. It's everybody. It's all encompassing. They all are in the boat together, and they're rowing the wrong direction.
But if it's the entire team, why is there such a difference then? The record.
Because I wonder in those games.
Miles Michaelis is part of that record, but
Michaelis will be gone next year, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. You don't have to worry about his run support or lack thereof.
But if they replace him with a pitcher that is also substandard, you're probably going to get what we're seeing.
I totally agree. My whole point with all this discussion is that I think the Cardinals, if they're paying attention, they obviously have some tweaks to make with their positional players. But if I'm in that front office, I'm zeroing in on really good starting pitching because it increases my chances of winning.
Yes.
It doesn't mean we will win. It just increases my chances.
Absolutely.
We get a text from Edmund's text ringtone. What a dumb stat. Of course, a team has a good record when you take away the team's 3 worst pitchers.
The point is they had 3 pitchers that were so terrible.
But this is also an to Jamie's point, his overall point, this is also it's supposed to be an evaluation year. So the way Jamie phrased it, I think is interesting. If you're trying to evaluate everybody,
right,
and there's 3 guys that are submarining things, can you extract what we saw out of the offense and say we know what it is? Mm-hmm. Now, to me, you can't. And I think the thing that I keep coming back to is like, this is not a fluke. This isn't bad luck. This is the roster the front office put together. And unfortunately, the key cog in that roster building is stepping away at the end of the year. I mean, they chose to roll with Miles Michaelis, and they chose to roll with him because they were paying him. They chose to make that trade with the White Sox for Fetty, and he was an absolute disaster. They could have traded him in the offseason, but they didn't have the foresight.
They didn't have the depth either.
And they didn't have the depth, which goes back to the overall point of this is the front office that built what we're seeing. So I can't extract it. It's kind of like, Carey, when a team gives up 150 yards on the ground.
Yeah, it's a rough day.
But 80 of those yards came on one run. The one run still happened.
It did.
You allowed the one run.
Still counts.
Still counts. That's where I'm at. But, Jamie, I think it is a fascinating point in that you're trying to get an evaluation. It's supposed to be an evaluation year. And 3 guys have said, you know what? Here's your evaluation. Stick it where the sun don't shine.
No, that was what Jerry Jones said, the agent for Micah Parsons said.
Yeah, I don't think he did, though.
I don't either.
It's a lot of...
Not a lot of clear information.
Not a lot of clarity on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which injury, suspension, or holdout will have the biggest impact this NFL season? That's next on 101 ESPN. The NFL season has yet to start. It'll start next Thursday. And already we've got injuries, suspensions, contract drama that could shape the start of the year. So the question is, which of the injury, suspensions, contract holdouts can actually impact the playoff picture? Which team is one body blow away from a season that goes off the rails? It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. By the way, we got a comment after the NFL, talk college football if you want. Tomorrow is Freedom Friday.
Yes.
Freedom Friday. There's been a fair amount of complaining going on in the Snake Pit and the text line this week about topic selection. So tomorrow is Freedom Friday.
You know what?
Yeah, that's your topic.
I was going to say
whatever
something.
topic you want. Freedom Friday was invented for you. You whiners. You listeners that
You're a great guy.
are frustrated about the topics.
I was going to say something, but I probably should just save it.
Gary.
Yeah.
Which? So we got Micah Parsons, obviously. We've
Micah
got Jordan
Parsons.
Addison.
Rasheed Rice. Jordan
Micah Parsons.
Addison.
Micah Parsons. Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
Rasheed Rice.
you did there.
Rashawn Slater, the left tackle for the Chargers. Joe Mixon is going to miss at least the first 4 weeks for the Texans. And then you got Juwan Jennings. His situation in San Francisco is up in the air, which compounded with the fact that Brandon Ayuk is going to miss
Correct.
the first, 4 or 5 weeks.
That's tough.
That's a problem as well. But which one has the biggest impact?
Well, I think it's Micah Parsons.
That's where I was going.
I don't even think it's getting to the point now. And last we heard Myles Garrett say, "Oh, I want to be traded," and then he was immediately signed to a contract extension, the highest paid player. We heard T.J. Watt was sitting out, and he was immediately signed to a contract extension, becoming the highest defensive paid player. This Micah Parsons scenario feels a little bit different. It feels as though he is not budging at all. And he shouldn't. He shouldn't budge. If the Cowboys, and I don't know that the Cowboys are you kind of threw me for a loop when you said playoff contender, because I don't know where the Cowboys sit in there, even if they have Micah Parsons. But I do think that some of the teams that are reportedly have reached out to the Cowboys about Micah Parsons, if they do land him, now that could shift the momentum for the entire NFL, and the Green Bay Packers being one of those teams that have been reportedly reaching out to the Dallas Cowboys for Micah Parsons'
You know who
services.
else has been reaching out? The Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money the Detroit Lions got. They probably got enough, but I think looking at the money situation, the Packers don't really have. Jordan Love got paid, but he's not up there with the Dak Prescotts and the Josh Allens and Lamar Jackson. He got paid, and he got paid handsomely. But the Packers feel like a real team, a real organization that could be a viable option for Michael Parsons if he decides to move on, or if the Cowboys decide to move on from him, because it's not really Micah's choice. So for me, that would be the number one situation that could impact not just the Dallas Cowboys, but the entire NFL landscape, because the Green Bay Packers, if they land him, I think is lights out for them. I already had them as a team that could potentially be in the NFC Championship game. The other one is Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
That's the second biggest one for me, because Rashawn Slater, starting left tackle, they're going to move Joe Alt over, which he's an outstanding right tackle, but you have Rashawn Slater there for a reason. That to me is probably one of the second biggest injury / holdout situation that could impact that Chargers season for 2025.
So I think Micah Parsons is the top one here. So I was going to go to Rashawn Slater. I think Rashawn Slater, if you eliminate Micah Parsons as an option, here, and we're talking about which injury, suspension, and holdout will have the biggest impact this NFL season, I think it's Rashawn Slater. I think this is the injury that a lot of people have discussed, but it's the one, too, you just kind of move on quickly, I guess, because it's an offensive lineman, and those guys are the unsung heroes of a football team. But, we know that Herbert's the guy. He's only as good as his protection's going to allow. Rashawn Slater, franchise left tackle, blindside protector. Herbert's already had broken ribs. He's had shoulder issues. I mean, you name it. He's a tough dude, but he's had his fair share of bumps and bruises. He's played through a lot of it, but you want to make sure that the blind side is good. So Jim Harbaugh also continues to build the team. on toughness and balance. And if the left side collapses, you got big time issues offensively. And this is a Chargers team that made the playoffs a year ago, and I think was in line to take another step under Jim Harbaugh. So I think the Rashawn Slater injury, if you get rid of Parsons off the option list, I think it's Slater.
Yeah, I agree. Rashawn, losing your left tackle for anybody, but specifically that team, like Joe Herbert, you have to protect him. Justin Herbert, you have to protect him at all times. And again, they put Joe Alt over there, who is an outstanding right tackle, but it's just a difference. And we'll see how, because now you're a little bit less talented at your right tackle position because you had to move Joe over to left tackle. So I think that's the number 2. But the Micah Parsons situation for me, there were reports that he was at the airport today, heading out of town, I think at DFW, like leaving Dallas. Mm-hmm. So he's been doing the hold-in situation. He's got a back issue, and it hurts. Man, I didn't put no air quotes there. I don't know how his back feels. That's what they said. That's what he said.
We all got back issues.
I do every day. Jamie does, too. His back... your back probably hurts way more than ours, though. You carry this damn show every day.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did not expect to step in here and get such a huge boost. I appreciate that, CD. Yeah. It's wrong, but I appreciate it. I think the other sneaky one here, and of course it hasn't happened yet, but it's the one that we have discussed. The biggest franchise-changing, altering possible injuries, Matthew Stafford. Yeah. Because the uncertainty is we just don't know what's going on with his back. He's had so many injuries. And the way that the Rams and Sean McVay have been kind of shrouded in mystery over the last month plus, I think is a huge issue. And I've mentioned this before. It feels like the Christian McCaffrey situation for the 49ers a year ago. It's like, week 1, he'll be fine. Oh, wait, he's going to miss week 1 and week 2. Oh, my God, he's out for half the season. It just feels that way. And if, of course, I mean, this is understated, but, like, if you don't have Matthew Stafford, the Rams are done. I don't care how good of a backup Jimmy G could be. He could be decent for 4 or 5 games. But even with Stafford a year ago in an ascending Rams team, they only won 10 games. It's not like they're 14 and whatever. This is a team that absolutely needs Stafford to play all 17 games. They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think without Matthew Stafford in that lineup, it just shifts things. And having Jimmy G, I'm sure, alleviates some concern, a little bit of concern for McVay, because he feels like that quarterback. He's played in the Super Bowl. He's taken a team to that level. He's capable. He's more than capable. And we've seen some of the work that Sean McVay has done with his quarterbacks that were able to come in there. We saw Baker Mayfield get right in 2 days and have an outstanding game. Like, we've seen Sean McVay perform miracles at that position. So I don't know that he's that concerned, but they do take a bit of a step back if Matthew Stafford is unable to play.
Jamie Marsh, do you have any other like big impact? I mean, Marsh, you obviously got Jordan Addison there with your Vikings. The suspension isn't long. They did trade for Adam Thielen, so it seems like Minnesota's offense should be okay for the meantime. But
yeah, I think they'll be fine. The only thing that why they maybe wouldn't be is I know Justin Jefferson has had some hamstring issues. They say he's fine heading into week 1. Mm-hmm. Maybe that'll be something that we have to monitor throughout the season. But other than that, I think they'll be fine with Adam Thielen for at least the first 3 weeks. And once you get Jordan Addison back, I think the Vikings will be off and running.
Be loaded. Jamie?
Yeah, for me it was Micah Parsons immediately because, what is that team without him?
Yeah.
And as it is, there's still question marks that surround Dak and some of the offense at times, but mostly Dak. And then you want to have question marks now on your defensive side of the ball.
Right.
With arguably one of the top 3 defensive players in the league. Like, no, you don't want that at all. So, yeah, for me, it was Micah Parsons immediately, as soon as we started having this discussion.
Yeah. And even if Micah is re-signed, if they give him a contract extension, he's still going to be 2 to 3 weeks away from, I think, being at full speed. You don't just sign that he hasn't practiced. I'm sure he's working out on his own, but there's no shape. And, Jamie, you can attest to this. No matter how much I trained in the offseason, I never – once the game hit, it's like a different level of, damn, I'm tired.
I'll say this.
I thought I worked hard this summer.
There was a couple of years where I was unsigned, unrestricted, sitting at home through training camp because we didn't sign PTOs back then. Your agent was like, no, you're not going to camp. You could get hurt. We'll wait for somebody else to get hurt, and then they'll sign you. I was playing for I wasn't playing for the Ottawa Senators yet. I was sitting at home, and they called and said, hey, you in game shape? I was. I hadn't played a game yet, but I felt pretty good. And so they said, we're going to fly you down, or we're going to fly you up to Grand Rapids, was our minor league team was playing. And we're going to play 2 games on the weekend, then we're probably going to sign you, and you're going to join the team on a road trip.
Yeah.
So I went, played the Saturday game. It was the IHL. It was fine. It was whatever. So right after the game, Marshall Johnson's there. He's like, all right, we don't need to see you tomorrow night. We'll just sign you now. Go join the team. You're going to play tomorrow in Carolina. And Carolina was pretty good. It was before their like downslide did this. Brenda Moore was on the team, things like that. And I got there, and I'm still feeling pretty good. And I go out there. First game, I'm all jacked up. Play a heck of a game. And then we fly to the next city. I woke up the next day, I could barely practice. Like the adrenaline got me through the first game. And the next day at practice, my legs felt like they were cinder blocks. Coach was like, who is this guy?
What is this?
It takes some time to get into game.
The adrenaline will get you through a game, but it won't get you through like
the next practice.
That's right.
You have to have some sustainability beyond that. All right, Marsh has got what's trending for us next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals are all tied up with the Pittsburgh Pirates heading to the bottom of the fifth inning. We will keep you updated on that score throughout the rest of the show. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. It's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have What's Trending coming up next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Guys, we had someone in the snake pit requesting that we talk college football.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to him right now.
Hard.
Deion Sanders has come up with an idea, saw this on ESPN.com, for the college football playoff format, or for the playoff that nobody has really mentioned yet. Pay the players for making the tournament and pay them more when their teams win. What are your thoughts on that?
I actually love it. I mean, in the NFL, you get paid per round. I was actually just talking with Howard Richards about this the other day, former Mizzou Tiger and Dallas Cowboy, and we were talking about the difference in pay from when he was playing in the 80s and when I was playing. It's a lot different, man.
Dude, real quick on that. Sorry to cut you off, but when I was watching the Americas team and they were going over like the Emmitt Smith contract and he was holding out, whatever, and there's like, boom, Emmitt Smith has his contract, epic contract. It was like $35 million or something, and I'm like, oh,
for like 4 years or something. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Which the time it was, but
right.
Now you're looking at these deals and you're like, 35 a year, maybe.
Correct.
Go ahead, sorry.
But no, in the NFL, you get that for the divisional round, for the wild card round, the divisional round, the championship game, and then the Super Bowl, and it just increases with each game. I think I read that last year's Super Bowl winner got $171,000 a player. So that is what they do in the NFL. And if you are going to have a college tournament, playoff-style tournament, and you want to keep kids engaged, I mean, you're already paying them. It's not like you're going out of the way and saying that we can't pay these players. You're already paying them with NIL. Mm-hmm. If you give them, the 85 scholarship players or the 105 as a total, as a whole, Jamie,
Anthony,
Marshy,
then you can figure out what number that is per round for each team. I don't have an issue with it.
I think the other thing, too, and one of the reasons why Deion brought this up is that it'll be a playoff money system that rewarded all players, not just the stars with NIL deals. We get caught up in the NIL deals and are like, wow, this is incredible. Not every player is making, $1 million contracts with potato chip companies. I mean, there's players that, and I'm not saying that every player is playing for the game for money, but this at least would be a merit-based solution, make the playoffs, win, get paid, mirrors the NFL model. It's structured, it's equal, it's transparent, which I think is a big thing too. Some people are asking for more transparency, Jamie, when it comes to these NIL deals.
Yeah. Or I'd like to see it. Look, I know you're quarterback, and there's certain position players that are going to get the bulk of the NIL money, but I'd like to see it where there's NIL money for every time you win, like the whole team. Like, even if it's the backup kicker or whatever, he gets $10,000, or like somebody gets like something, so that the wins become more important, not just because of the sport, but the players are getting paid a little bit more.
So they have collectives where the collective is basically how donors donate money to this entity, and that collective pays players, right?
Yeah.
So the collective can say the donors say, okay, we're going to give this player needs this amount of money. I think we talked about Archman. I think he's getting $6 million. So the money that's in that pool $6 million goes to him. But there are also other ways where the entire team does receive money.
Okay.
So you don't have to. Everyone's.
I've just heard that there's some players that receive nothing.
And in some cases, I think it depends on the program, but there are some teams that give out $10,000 to each player on their roster just because they are the
$10,000 like a
collective.
one-time payment?
Maybe it's
I'm talking
$10,000
like every time you win a game.
a semester. I don't know. It depends on the program, but the collective's job is to raise money and then allocate that money to certain players. And again, the better you are, obviously, the more money you're going to get paid because you're going to have more suitors trying to pay you. So that team has to shell out some cash to keep you there.
A little bit of Cardinal news. This is John Denton, less than 24 hours ago, but just a little update on Brendan Donovan. Still working through some soreness. Hasn't advanced much past cage work, said Ollie Marmol. Nolan Arenado with the right shoulder strain is in the early stages of his throwing program in Jupiter, Florida. We sort of threw that around yesterday during the break, but we didn't really get into it. Do you expect Arenado to come back at the end of the, before the end of the season? And do you think he should? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, I guess he will.
I don't know about that. He's getting reevaluated, Anthony.
Okay. Well, Jamie, then you tell us what's going on with Arenado.
No, you go ahead.
Since you're the Nolan Arenado expert all of a sudden. Jeez.
What the fast lane is your problem?
Go ahead. Just tell.
No,
tell
go
people.
ahead. You want Arenado back in the lineup? Go ahead.
No, I don't.
Tell the people of St. Louis how that's going to work, how that's going to happen. Go ahead.
You got it, Anthony. I believe in you.
Well, he's going to say that I'm healthy. He's going to be clear to play, and then he's going to join the big league roster again.
Okay. Good. Glad we got that solved, Anthony.
By the
And
way,
he's getting paid a lot of money, so they're going to
Oh, yeah, that too.
play him.
Yeah.
prove me wrong at 3:30. You're already off to a hot start, Anthony.
Thank you.
I can feel the dings coming later in the show.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
That comes later.
You heard him.
Okay.
Open your ears, Harry. Harry.
Open your ears, Harry.
Oh, Harry Davis over here.
Whatever.
That's hilarious.
Henry Davis hit a home run. I don't think he's landed.
Oh, by the way, you brought up the Cowboys documentary. I believe there was an interception in that documentary from one Eric Davis.
There was, yes. Old ED.
Great player.
Eric Davis.
Great player.
Not when you go to mentality, that's for sure.
No. Went there today, in fact. 2 different locations, as you know.
That'd be a heck of a nickname.
Would you just call him Viagra at that point? For me, that would be the nickname.
It depends on how good he is.
Hey, Viagra, nice catch. Why do you call me that? No reason. ED. What? It's a creative nickname.
It is. You're right. You're right.
You can call him Blue Chew if you want to do that.
Can.
It's a good
Is
nickname.
that still? Yeah.
I keep saying it, maybe.
I want you back. I want you back.
All
I'm
right.
saying enough.
If you say it enough, it will be. NFL's most underrated.
Samples Carey took.
Marsh put together a grouping, like a category grouping for each, and we're gonna talk about the NFL's most underrated. So QB, head coach, team. Get some others next on 101 ESPN. I can't wait to play Underdog Fantasy this weekend because it's not just NFL that they have. They've got college football, too. And with football being back, Underdog is the best place to make your entries, win money all season long. And, of course, you can play right here in our state of Missouri. You can play on Underdog. It's super easy. So, for example, tonight, if you're looking at either got an afternoon matchup for you, Boise State and South Florida. Maddox Madsen for Boise State. I think that he goes higher on his 234.5 passing yards. I'm also looking at Norton for Colorado State. I think he goes lower than 50.5 rushing yards. How you want to build your card, though, completely up to you. You could do some groupings. If your entry's correct, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So head over to Underdog, either the website or the app. Download that app today. Sign up with my promo code. It's just my first name, which is Anthony, to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code is Anthony. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present. Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms. _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. So Marsh put together some categories for us. NFL's most underrated. So Marsh, which category would you like to go with first?
Why don't we start off with the quarterback, the most important position in football? Who is the most underrated quarterback in the league right now?
What do you think, Jamie? Oh, Carey's already got his, though.
Go ahead, Carey.
Underrated?
The most underrated.
I mean, come on. We got to do this. Do we have to? You know who. You tell us.
I never phrased it as underrated. I said he was
most important. I'm sorry.
No, I said
got it
most
wrong.
pressure.
Most important. Most approved. Most important quarterback in all of football and ever, Bob.
Whatever, dude.
Sam Darnold.
Unbelievable.
I was like, what's he? I thought he was going to say Aaron Rodgers.
I thought he was going to say Aaron Rodgers too, until there was something in his face where I'm like,
my
nah.
eyes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Most approved
No. Most underrated.
Oh, most underrated.
My gosh.
All right, I'll go. I think it's Jared Goff.
That's what I was going to go. But is he really underrated?
I think so.
Jared Goff isn't underrated.
Sure he is.
Okay.
Dismissed. He's often dismissed. System quarterback.
Underappreciated.
Underappreciated.
I was thinking about Brock Purdy or Jared Goff.
Like, when you think of Jared Goff, nobody seems to really talk about the Lions offense, or we talk about, Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon-Ra St. Brown or like Dan Campbell. A lot of people, I realize that everybody knows Jared Goff and everybody knows he's the quarterback.
You're making
but
a hell of a point.
I think he's often dismissed.
That team won 15 games last year.
I think he's often dismissed.
Okay.
2 years ago, I would agree. I would have agreed with you. I thought that 2 years ago, the Detroit Lions would be looking for a new quarterback in the first round. Jared Goff ain't underappreciated or disrespected or not looked at.
Underrated.
He ain't underrated either.
Carey's going to get it one day.
All right.
I figured it out.
Top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Go.
Seriously.
Go. 10.
Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen.
Joe Flacco.
Hell no.
Can I throw Mahomes in there? Or?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Can I get there?
It's 4.
That's 4.
Nah, you attacked me, Jamie. So whatever your name is, Harry. Harry attacked me.
Harry. Right.
Harry Davis.
Stafford.
Okay, that's 5. Dak.
6.
You don't think Jared Goff is in the top 10?
I'm asking you.
Yes, Jared Goff.
Is he better than Jordan Love?
I would say yeah. I think he's better than Jordan Love right now.
You like Kyler Murray.
Yeah, but I don't like him more than I like Jared Goff.
All right. Well, I'm just saying.
He's a top 10 quarterback, Anthony. That ain't damn underrated.
Carey's a low-key Lions fan.
No, I'm actually going with Jordan Love as my quarterback.
Underrated?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad one.
No, it's not. I'm telling you all, I am on this Packers train. I don't know where the hell it's going. They got cheese.
Where'd that get you,
all
Anthony,
different
a couple
types of
years ago?
cheese on it. You know? Got a lot of different types of cheese on. I'm riding this Packers train. And I think that
He won
the Packers,
11 games last year.
Who?
Jordan Love.
But he didn't know. He missed 2 games because he was injured.
Just the same thing he was doing.
You're really going to hate my answer.
Oh, wow.
I
Here
hope
we
it's
go.
not-
Hold on,
I-
Carey. Can I?
You think
I'm dragging this back to you.
Jordan Love is way more under. What are we doing?
Underrated.
Underrated.
Underwater, Carey.
Underwater, underrated, underappreciated. Yeah, all of that.
All right, Jared Goff or Josh Allen.
Josh Allen,
Tua.
Jared Goff,
I would
Drake
agree
May.
with that.
Jared Goff,
Justin Fields.
Jared Goff,
Dak Prescott.
Jared Goff.
You said Prescott earlier.
You asked me who was the top 10.
Yeah, you didn't say order.
You
All
didn't
right,
ask the order.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts,
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Dan.
Only got 1 year.
Yeah, give me Goffy.
Give me that golfer.
And I'm not just saying that. Jaden Daniels
Why are you
has
mad at him?
1 season, and it was spectacular.
I am. I'm mad at
You are
Carey.
Carey.
I don't know what he's
Like
mad at.
you think I'm lying?
I don't think he's being honest.
I think he is. 'Cause
I don't think he's being
Continue.
truthful.
if
Keep
I
going.
played the game the same way, I would have matched Carey's answer.
I don't think he's being truthful.
And I love Jared Goff.
And here's the thing: I'm not mad.
2 years ago.
I'm not mad at Carey.
Yes,
I'm
he
mad
is.
for Carey.
He's mad at me.
because he's not being honest.
He's
And
mad at me.
We're
the
not gonna
thing I
get
know
past
about
this, are
Carey,
we?
the thing I know about Carey is that he is honest.
I think Carey's going
Go
to
ahead,
hate
Marsh.
my answer.
Go for it.
Who is your answer?
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
This
I don't
guy
hate that answer.
continues to be overlooked.
And he's a Super Bowl champion.
He's a Super Bowl champion. He's been to the Super Bowl twice. Probably could have won it twice.
Losing it.
But we still
This is
talk
like my
about
Chargers
Burrow.
pick a couple of years ago, which you hated that.
so bad.
We still talk about Burrow. We still talk about not Mahomes, but Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. But we don't ever put Jalen Hurts in that conversation, even though he's done something that those other quarterbacks have
I agree.
yet to do.
You know who else is underrated? And he's coming off a couple of pretty good seasons. Is Baker Mayfield.
I agree.
Baker's
That's a good
definitely
one.
underrated.
That is a good
That's
one.
a good one.
I just
And we
looking
can all,
at it.
Yeah,
and we can
I
agree
agree.
with that one.
Yeah.
We're not
Yep.
going to agree on Jared Goff, though.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Anthony hates us.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, he's mad.
I get it.
He thinks I'm lying.
He's not underrated to CD. I get it.
He's not underrated to 90%.
That's why I'm pissed because he just see I found common ground there. and he had to come in and put lighter fluid on and then smoke a cigar.
When you watch the Detroit Lions, you know Jared Goff is on the field. You have to know.
It's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything. It's got everything to do with
Geno Smith. Do you think about him in that way?
It's got everything to do with public perception.
Anyway,
It's got everything to do with underrated to me is public perception. That's why I asked you about the top 10.
15 games last year. How was that underrated?
Anthony, if I may, let me try something.
Yeah.
When you think of teams, if you think of the Detroit Lions, who's the first person?
Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I think that's what Anthony's trying to say here is that, like, if you think of other players, not that he's underrated, but just that he's doesn't get the publicity that some of the other
And that's where mine.
That's the way I'm thinking from a national perspective.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that where we're going?
That's what I said, Jamar.
You watched
That's why I mentioned Jamar Gibbs. Well, maybe he's more popular now.
Who's that?
Jared Goff.
He's way more popular.
Well, I don't know if he is, but
Even then,
is.
he's
Done
overshadowed.
a great job.
he's a lucky guy.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's move
Nice
on.
house in Detroit.
NFL's most underrated head coach.
Underrated. Well, can I go? I hate to go back to the same team, but is Dan Campbell underrated?
No.
Okay.
I have Todd Bowles.
I was looking at Todd Bowles. That's a good pick for me.
That is good.
You all aren't gonna like my answer though.
No, Mike Tomlin. Here we go.
No. It's gonna be Matt LaFleur.
Oh, he's not underrated.
I think he is underrated.
He's well known as one of the most creative offensive coaches.
Matt LaFleur has one losing season in his 6 years, 3 13-win seasons. Obviously, that was with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Won 11 games last year. Like, I think Matt LaFleur doesn't get as much credit as a offensive mind as to the level of a Sean McVay or a Kyle Shanahan. Like,
they
don't look at him in that same regard.
Most underrated in that coaching tree.
Oh, I think without a question.
But I just push back a little bit because of the credit he has received for being able to move on from Aaron Rodgers to a Jordan Love and continue to have success. Like, a lot of people talked about that.
I'll give Marshy Guy some credit. KOC.
Oh, yeah, he's good. I don't know if he's
What'd you say?
underrated, though.
No.
Oh,
Kevin
I'm sorry. Kevin O'Connell. He
Yeah.
said Todd Bowles. That's why I thought you
no.
meant
Kevin
that.
O'Connell.
What about D'Amico Ryans?
It's a good
I
answer.
like D'Amico. Yeah.
You know, like
That's a good choice.
He's liked, but we've talked about. See, again, I kind of go to who do people talk about? One of the rare head coaches who have won a playoff game in each of his first 2 seasons. And I know that division isn't stacked, but he can so far he's shown that he can build a team pretty quickly. You know, it's like if you have the early success, it's like, okay, all right, you're already good. Like Jaden Daniels, he had success last year. You're like, all right, he's already good. He's already great, top 10. Whereas if it takes a little while, maybe there's more of an appreciation for somebody that did it, you know, the long haul. I'll go with D'Amico Ryans.
Our last one here, NFL's most underrated team.
I got a theme here.
Who is it?
It's the Packers.
It's Packers.
Okay.
Yeah. They're underrated.
How?
Jamie, they are picked 3rd or 4th in their division. Everyone
Who
thinks
is
that
picked 3rd or 4th?
the Green Bay Packers.
Not for this year, they're not.
Yes, they are.
What are you reading?
The Green Bay Packers. They have the Vikings. They have the Detroit Lions.
The last
you got
thing I
people
saw was
saying that the
Lions and
Chicago
Packers
Bears
fighting for the division.
You got people saying the Chicago Bears.
Well, that
should take
whatever you're reading.
A huge step
Stop
forward.
reading it.
Well, it had pictures too, so I kept reading.
The pictures are good.
Yeah.
I'll go with theme too. I'll go with the Texans.
Can you say that nobody's underrated and that we know who these teams are?
Yeah, and that probably speaks to maybe some of the lack of parity right now in the NFL. You kind of know which teams are going to win the division, or at least it's down to 1 or 2. But I do think the Texans are a team that, you know, you look at people like they kind of squint and say, well, maybe the Jaguars can do something. I think the Titans are going to be better, or you know, the Colts now with Daniel Jones. I don't think they're fooling anybody. But I just think nobody talks about the Texans in the AFC.
Well, I think it's
a solid team.
Like right now, you assume the Texans are going to win the AFC South, but then you expect them to maybe win that first round and then get bounced because they're not good enough. They're not better than those other teams that they go up against. They either play the Browns or they play the Chargers, who also aren't doing anything in the playoffs once they get there.
But I mean, last year they were a home dog to the Chargers and took it to them. The year before,
but I think that speaks to the Chargers in the way that they go about their playoff business. You know, they blow a game against the Jags, and what have they done? What has Justin Herbert done in the playoffs?
Look, I agree with you, but your main point is we kind of know these teams.
Yeah.
I agree. From a national landscape, for sure. The Texans have been steady under DeMeco Ryans. Yeah. Yet nobody really seems to talk about him, which, in my opinion, makes them underrated.
You say the same thing for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I agree. All right, it's the NFL. It's the NFL here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Which player requires Dylan Holloway's presence the most? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. So which player requires Dylan Holloway's presence the most? It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. 303, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. So Jamie has brought up this point multiple times that he would love to see Holloway play with Thomas at some point this season. But which player, Robert Thomas or Jordan Cairo, would benefit the most from having Holloway on the wing?
Yeah, first thought is that Jordan Cairo would benefit the most based on the fact that they had such great chemistry and offensive success last year as a team. But at some point, like, Robert Thomas has to have elite players with him. And, Pavel Buchnevich, only 57 points last year in 76 games. Down year, and in fairness to Pavel, he started the season off, 15, 20 games as a centerman, where he didn't really want to play, but he was doing a solid to the team because that's where they wanted him to play.
Yeah.
Jim Montgomery got on board and said, yeah, we're done with that. Literally. I saw Monty coming into the hotel in New York, and we were talking, going up, and we were talking about some of the lineup, and I said, yeah, Booch playing center. I said, he's been just getting better. He goes, yeah, don't worry about that. He's done there. I was like, all right. All right.
Fair enough.
Yep, fair enough. But then, if Booch has a bounce-back season, we talked about this, I think, yesterday. If he's got a 65 to 75-point season, then Robert Thomas is going to do pretty well himself. I just think the temptation's going to be there. I think the temptation's going to be there to put Holloway up there with Thomas. And then let's not forget, too, like, the whole Jimmy Snuggerud experiment went pretty good. Jimmy Snuggerud had 4 points in 7 games playing alongside those guys. So we'll see what that looks like. I think you'll see a couple of different variations. I think you'll see Snuggerud. I think you'll see Holloway. And at times, I think you'll see Jake Neighbors up there. And Jake brings a whole different element to that line. He's not as fancy or speedy as Gifted, although he's had 2 back-to-back 20-goal seasons, but he's gritty. He gets in after loose pucks, gets to the front of the net. He's great with puck possession down low. So the head coach's job and Steve Ott, their job is to figure out what the line needs and what makes it tick. So it's funny that if we just rewind it a year ago to the date, we're all very excited for Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg. Most people were more excited about Philip Broberg because you see the 6'4", smooth skating. We saw him log a ton of ice time in the Stanley Cup final, played very well against the Florida Panthers the year before. Holloway was like an accent piece, third liner, chipping it in, hitting guys, like whatever. So go back a year, and now here we are today saying, who is Dylan Holloway going to impact the most?
Right.
It's wild.
Okay, so does Kyrou need Holloway more than
yes,
Thomas needs Holloway? You know what I mean?
Like, I think that answers yes.
Or Holloway needs Thomas?
Well, let's just go back last year.
Yeah.
Robert Thomas, 81 points in 70 games. Played most of the season, and actually, all of the season without Dylan Holloway. Kyrou had 70 points in 82 games. Holloway had 63 points in 77 games. Now, they didn't play the whole season together. It was only once Monty took over, he started experimenting. So 20 to 25 games probably they were not together, and also the time where Holloway was injured. But that's what Kyrou was able to do. Plus 23 as well, and much better game all around. And you can see the chemistry between Kyrou and Holloway in practices. They just organically started to do things before practice.
Yeah.
Little drills, little tight turn, puck handling. And then after practice, working on things like they were fueling each other. So I think Holloway had he would have a bigger impact on Kyrou. I think it's absolutely true. He'll have a bigger impact on Kyrou. Now, where he could have an impact on the team is if the chemistry that he's had with Kyrou, he has similar chemistry with, let's say, a Robert Thomas. And then down the line, because I think as Booch gets older, you look at maybe him dropping down, playing with Kyrou and a Shen or a Suter, and maybe Snuggerud's on that right wing. Maybe you got Snuggy, Holloway, and Thomas. That line now feels like that could have some serious offensive potential. So I think Holloway right now is what's driving a lot of the offense. And we saw in the playoffs, although the Blues should have still won that series, can you imagine what that series would have looked like with a healthy Dylan Holloway in there?
Yeah.
I think it's over in 5 or 6.
So when I think of that line, Kyrou and Dylan Holloway, and then you have Braden Shen centering that line, for me, what stood out was their speed on the rush. Can you replicate that with Dylan Holloway with somebody else? And you mentioned Robert Thomas. Is that the same?
No, it's different because the center ice man, as we know, they're truly the only player that have to actually play a 200-foot game. And so it's tough to get the boots up and down the ice at the same pace as your wingers which is why Cairo and Holloway really complemented each other, and they complemented Braden Shen.
Right.
Because Shenner's a good skater. He's not fast. Like, when you look at the category, he's not fast, but he's a good skater. And even then, those two are like two F-16s just down the wings, which is why I go back to what I said just a couple minutes ago, is if Snuggie comes along the right way, and then you have Holloway, and then you have Thomas, you're getting not the same speed as Cairo out of Snuggerud, but he can still skate. Holloway can skate, whereas Booch doesn't skate as well as Snuggerud.
Right.
So,
but if you do that, then are you limiting what Jordan Cairo can do off the rush if you pull back and put Booch on that line?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's definitely, it's a tough thing it's something that is going to be fluid.
But I think it's going to be fluid, like you said. But I think what you're going to see here, and this is on a much smaller scale, of course, but the Edmonton Oilers, they break up. Most of the time, it's McDavid away from Draisaitl.
Yeah.
And then when there's games where they're behind or they need a goal or they just want to change it up a little bit, they put them on the same line together. So maybe this is a situation where it's Cairo, Shen, Holloway, Thomas, Snuggie, Booch, and then when Monty wants to shuffle the deck a little bit, something just looks stale or they need a boost, maybe it goes Holloway, Snuggerud, Thomas for half the game, something like that. It's a nice different look that the other team has to adjust to at that point.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Everybody's ready for some Blues hockey, man. Training camp, end of next month, correct? Jamie, roughly?
Yes. Yeah, third week of September, I believe.
Is there a training camp? I know we're a ways away, but is there a training camp storyline that you think is going to kind of be the poster child of the entire camp?
Yeah, for me, it's who's playing on your third line and who's playing on your fourth line. Where's Sundqvist, Bjugstad, all those guys? Where Texier, Joseph? Where are they all fitting in?
And if you're Monty, how do you determine that?
Come preseason, you make sure that every guy gets ample opportunity to play with the right guys, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. Like if I'm Monty and I'm looking at the fourth line, I go, okay, I've got Turchenko and Walker right now. I really like Lucic, if he's in shape. And what does Walker at center between Lucic and Turchenko look like? You go out there and you make sure it's a game, by the way, that's going to be a man's game. The other team's dressed a couple of guys that can get after it too. You want to see what that looks like, because when you want that physicality, you want it to be real physicality, not preseason physicality. And then the next game, I'm putting Sonny at center between maybe Turchenko and Lucic, or between Walker and Turchenko. Like, everybody gets an equal opportunity to show what they can bring to the team. Bjugstad, maybe play him on the right wing on the third line for a few games, because he scored 18 goals a couple of years ago. Maybe. Does he still have that? Does he still have the capabilities of creating offense? If not, what does he look like on the fourth line? This is the season with 6 preseason games here this year. This is the year where Monty's going to have to use every single preseason game with a specific goal in mind. Not just like, let's get him out there and see what everybody looks like. You already know what your top guys are going to look like. Yeah. And Logan Mailloux is another one on defense. I want to play him with Philip Broberg in preseason. I want to see what that looks like. I want to put him on the power play. I want to see what that looks like. Because you got to get some answers. Especially with this team. You have way too many bodies, not enough spots on the roster. And Texier and Joseph, they're going to have to get opportunities too. Maybe that left wing with Thomas and Buchnevich for the entire preseason is Texier, because he has the high-end skill to be there, but can he do it?
Yeah.
So that, to me, is the story of training camp, is the outsiders looking in, who actually stays.
Our final NFL division preview is next. AFC West, best case, worst case for all teams, and our predictions here on 101 ESPN.
Time to go around the NFL with a Fast Lane season preview of the AFC West.
This is the last preview that we'll do for the season. I imagine Marsh, or the offseason, I should say, the predictions, I think, will come next week, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so we've been going from worst to first in terms of what the teams did a year ago. So why don't we start off with the Las Vegas Raiders?
Yeah.
Best case scenario, worst case scenario in your eyes?
I think it's going to be another building season, we'll call it, for Las Vegas, but I do think they get more wins than 4 than what they had last year. I think the Pete Carroll effect, along with Ashton Genty, I think I can see this team getting 6 wins this year. It's a tough division. It's a really tough division. They're not going to be out of the basement in this division this year, but I see them getting 6 wins and just incrementally improving. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario is they go under 4 wins, and the QB experience goes sideways. Ashton Genty doesn't perform. Pete Carroll's outdated. Whatever it is, all the wheels fall off, and they come out with 2 or 3 wins.
I think best case scenario, Geno Smith provides stability that you just haven't had at the quarterback position in several years. The offense becomes, I wouldn't say dynamic, but at least more efficient than they were over the last couple of years. I mean, you had Ashton Genty, Geno Smith, to an offense that also has Brock Bowers, who is emerging as one of the best young tight ends in the league. I think the defense will improve because of Pete Carroll, and I think you're right. They win 6 or 7 games this season. I think worst case scenario is injuries or underperformance by Geno Smith hinders the progress because you don't have a loaded roster. You've got kind of a top heavy roster because Pete Carroll's got to rebuild.
Other than Brock Bowers, who is Geno Smith throwing the ball to? I know Jacoby.
Ashton Genty,
throw it out to the flat.
Yeah,
Jacoby Myers.
He wants to be traded, Anthony.
And trade him.
Then who are you going to throw the ball to?
Brock Bowers. Over and over and over again.
Interesting.
They're going to run the ball. It's Pete Carroll. Geno Smith's going to turn around and hand the ball off to
They didn't run the ball on the 1 yard line that one time.
Okay, that was, you lose one Super Bowl and
it matters.
It's a tough decision.
Otherwise, they've been running the ball consistently.
What down was it?
I think it was like 2nd down.
Yeah. Well, they threw
it to get to the 1.
And
it might have been first down.
It might have been first down.
It might have been first down.
Can you imagine?
Is he the first? I think he got the look that he wanted the previous down. And then they basically ran the same play.
But can you imagine having a full set of downs on the 1 yard line, and you've got Marshawn Lynch, and you don't do that? You try to get cute. I don't get it. I would have handed it off to him 3 times in a row. I'm playing the odds at this point.
Yeah.
Can I throw something out there? And I agree they should have ran the ball. Is it possible that the play that they had was the right play? It just so happened that the Patriots practiced that play, and the guy who got burned on it in practice course corrected and made a play.
Yes.
So, but then I'd argue this, then. Is it the right play if it ends up wrong?
They ran the ball on first down from the 5 yard line, got to the 4, got 4 yards, got to the 1. 2nd down, the hell with running that again. We're going to throw the ball. So to answer your question, Mark, no, that's a dumbass decision.
How many timeouts did they have?
I don't give a damn. Didn't matter.
Plenty of time, too.
If you get stuffed.
I know they had a timeout. I'm sure they had a timeout.
Well, they did. They did.
Yeah.
And the Patriots had one, too.
Yeah.
So Belichick, as the story goes, Belichick looked across the field and saw that the Seahawks were in disarray because they were waiting for the Patriots to either call a timeout or sub guys in so that they can figure out whether or not they're going to run or pass. Belichick did neither. He kept his unit out there, didn't call a timeout because he thought that the Seahawks were in disarray.
Yeah. That sounds about right because
the Seahawks threw it.
That's pretty wild.
That first down play was happened at 1:06, and then that second down play happened with 26 seconds. So they did. They let the clock run down, and Seattle had 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts? Okay.
Oh my!
You got to save those for the next Super Bowl. They carry over.
That's right.
Hang
You
on
wait
to that one.
when the Seahawks get back there, and they'll have five timeouts. Yeah.
Well, they have the right man to lead them.
Yes, they do. Yeah. McDonald, you talking about?
No.
Sam Darnold?
It's your guy.
Combination of Sam Darnold and
He's got lots
McDonald.
of
That's your guy.
Yes, he does, because nobody believes in him.
I
Which is
believe
why I
him.
made the point.
You believe in him.
I didn't even say I did believe in
Someone
him.
believes in him.
I'm sure his family
Speaking
believes in him.
definitive
I did believe in him.
terms.
All right. What do we think about the Broncos?
I think the Broncos are loaded for bear. I think that their defense is excellent. I think they're a year ahead last year when they made the playoffs. I think that, Bo Nix had how many touchdowns did he throw?
Bo Nix? I don't know.
He didn't have just a good rookie year. Like, he was slinging it last season. I trust Sean Payton. I think they're at least a 10-win team.
Well, that would equal what they were last year.
Okay. I do not see them taking a step back.
Do you think they can challenge for the division?
No.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. Here's a guy that's in that division.
Herbert?
Yeah, you're not. That's
there's a
pretty
guy.
good thinking.
That's a good answer. But no, there's a
good
different
answer,
guy.
Anthony. Good answer.
Thank you.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, no, neither one of those guys have won it all yet. There's a guy that's won it a few times.
Just because I'm saying
Travis Kelce.
just because I'm
Him
alluding
too.
to the fact that Denver could win the division doesn't mean that the Chiefs can't win the Super Bowl. Because
Yeah,
they're going
I-
6 games without Rashee Rice. We don't know what that's going to look like.
I agree.
Like, I'm just saying, who? If you squint, can you see it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
All right. By the way, it's a fast lane here on
All right. Not a believer in the Denver Broncos.
Not at all. He hates the Broncos.
I think
don't
they
hate the
build off
Broncos.
that success. I think they have at least 10 wins, if not 11.
I know why. It's because Tim Tebow beat the Steelers in the playoffs.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, but you're still angry about
Still
it.
the Steelers.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, go ahead. Crap on the Broncos, Carey.
He did.
No, I didn't. I don't
It's a sky
crap on
dump.
him. I don't want to crap on him. I think I agree with you. The defense is really good. You're higher. If I'm going in order of quarterbacks in that division, it's Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay. So I think Justin Herbert is. I think Bo Nix is fine. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he had a hell of a rookie year. Nah, I do. I think they got a great defense. Patrick Surtain Jr., the second, whatever you want to call him,
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
defensive player of the year.
Player of the Year is what I told you.
He was special. Yeah, but I don't have much thoughts on the Denver Broncos. Who's running the ball for them this year?
They got a slew of guys.
Yeah, that's always great.
It's going to be by committee, Gary.
I mean,
Whenever
when
I hear that-
Sean Payton won the Super Bowl
He
with the
doesn't want to
Saints,
run the ball. He wants to throw it.
it was Sean.
He
But
does want to throw it.
when Sean Payton when they won it in 2009, they had 3 guys.
Mark Ingram. They had
Reggie Bush. They had Reggie
Oh, yeah.
Bush. They had
And
Pierre
Pierre
Thomas,
Thomas. Yeah.
your guy.
Yeah, PT.
And Ingram? No, they didn't
Was
have
it
Ingram,
Ingram?
then. Did they?
Might have been.
Maybe.
No, it wasn't Ingram.
No.
There was
He was
another
still in college.
It was
Pierre Thomas, Reggie Bush, and
I don't remember.
like Darren Sproles or somebody maybe?
I don't think
Was it
Sproles.
Deuce McAllister?
No,
no.
It wasn't Deuce.
So J.K. Dobbins is there, R.J. Harvey. That's their top guys. All right, whatever. All right, so you don't like
Anthony,
the
your
Broncos. I get it.
Chargers.
I think the Chargers are going to be in that 9-win range.
You think the Broncos win more games than the Chargers?
I
And
do.
you love Justin Herbert.
I do.
He's a top 10 quarterback to you.
Losing Rashawn Slater's not great. And I like the Broncos defense better.
I am shocked.
The more you know, Carey.
I'm shocked.
Okay. well,
Shock and awe.
yeah, I got the Broncos winning 10. I got the Chargers winning 9. It's not like I'm slating them that much.
I got the Chargers almost locked into the exact same spot. 11-6. Jim Harbaugh. That whole thing.
Got it.
For me, Chargers, I would say double-digit wins. I think they're the better team, so I would give them 10 wins, and I would give the Broncos 9.
By the way, Mike Bell was the third guy.
Oh, Beller.
I don't know.
Mike Bell.
Yeah, Mike Bell. Mike Carney was their fullback. They
got
used
hurt.
him.
He got hurt.
He got hurt. All right, and then the Chiefs. Best case, worst case for the Chiefs. I mean, best case,
Win it
Super
all?
Bowl. Yeah. Worst case, they lose in the Super Bowl, right?
Sounds about right.
I'd say worst case, they're out before the AFC Championship. You got to look at some of these teams. Like, if things aren't going exactly the way they should for the Chiefs, like Baltimore, what are the Bengals, the Bills? Like, there's some teams, man.
Mm-hmm. They're loaded.
Would that be the biggest headline if they
don't make the Super Bowl?
Well, not even the Super Bowl, but if they are knocked out of the, let's say they don't have home field advantage, they get knocked out early in the playoffs, or hell, they even miss the playoffs. I don't know if that'll happen. But
shut your mouth.
would that be the biggest headline of the season, or do you think there's a bigger headline out there? Maybe it surrounds the Eagles, or there's another team that
I think
all of a sudden has a great year. Is that
I think
bigger?
the Chiefs not getting to the AFC Championship game would be the biggest story. Based upon this dynasty that they're talking about, created, all that stuff. Travis Kelce, maybe his last year. Like, who knows? Like, I think that would be the biggest story.
What about the Eagles not making? What would be the bigger storyline? The Eagles not making it to the NFC Championship game, or the Chiefs?
Because the Chiefs, their tenure's been much longer.
Even though, okay, but if I may, let me add this. Let me play the devil.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe
Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are in the AFC, as we know.
Yeah.
NFC, you've got Jaden Daniels,
Jared Goff,
and
Jordan Love,
and Jared Goff,
and J.J. McCarthy.
And J.J. McCarthy. Eagles have an easier road.
You said that to rile me up.
No, I didn't. I was
did.
giving your guy props.
Well,
I do think that they have an easier path, but I still think that the Chiefs, if they're not in the AFC Championship game or knocking at the door, they can't. If they lost in the divisional round, okay. But if they lost in the wild card or didn't make the playoffs, that would be a much bigger story than if that happened with the Eagles.
So we just got a text, and I actually agree with this. This is from the 314. The Cowboys making the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl would be the biggest story.
Well,
Anthony, I said this to you the other day, and you know I don't like the Cowboys.
No, you hate the Cowboys.
I do. I think the best thing for the NFL were if the Cowboys made it far in the playoffs. It would take over sports. You know it would.
You just crushed / made everybody puke in their car.
Absolutely.
Do you have reasoning behind that?
He does.
Well, they're the biggest brand in football.
Okay. All right.
Can you imagine if they were actually good?
Steelers
point.
don't exist.
What's that?
Biggest brand in football. Did the Steelers
How much are they worth?
Doesn't matter. We don't deal in facts here.
I'll wait for their documentary.
No, actually, we do. We should, at least.
What?
I got an email once about stats and facts from you having a 10-year listener.
What's his name? Patrick.
Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Patrick H.
Called you a name, didn't he?
Fat A.
Yeah.
Cocky
Fat A Stalter. Yes, sir. Seems like a good guy. Somebody I want to pal around with. All right, we got Prove Me Wrong coming up next. 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. So if you have a Prove Me Wrong statement that you'd like to send in, please do so. We got Prove Me Wrong next.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals lead the Pirates 4-1 heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll give you an update on that game when that one wraps up. But coming up next, we have Prove Me Wrong. So send us a Prove Me Wrong statement to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Prove Me Wrong is next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
All right, it is time to play Prove Me Wrong. This is where you can send in a statement to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. And either Carey, Jamie, or me have to prove it wrong in the eyes of our judge, Andrew Marsh. Judge?
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How
Excellent.
are you doing?
We're fired up.
Of course.
Fire up chips.
Fire up chips,
Not
baby.
quite that fired up, but
Yeah,
close.
yeah, good call, Jamie.
I mean, it's not Tuesday.
Good call.
All right.
Judge, what's our first case?
All right, this one could be tough. From the 636, Prove Me Wrong. Logan Mayu's power play proficiency will not make up for his defensive shortcomings, and the Bolduc trade will look terrible this season.
The hardest thing to do in the NHL is to play defense. There's no doubt about it. You're absolutely right, but his power play ability is going to be off the charts. So if you see that he's not quite ready defensively to eat up top four defenseman ice time, that's fine. Play him third pair, and he goes out. You roll him out there on your first or second power play unit. We already talked about Robert Thomas being hungry to get that 100 points. You start sliding that puck over to the big boy who's dropping the hammer at 102 miles an hour, you're going to see some offense happen. So the fact that he still has learning to do, well, we all do. And look, Zach Bolduc, how long did it take Zach Bolduc to figure things out? It took him a while. And then he finally figured him out last year. The last little part of the season, that's great, but he still has holes in his game too. And there's no guarantee that Zach Bolduc has the same success with the Montreal Canadiens. He could be played in different situations, the wrong type of line mates, whatever the case may be. I read a whole article about Martin St. Louis wanting to play him as a penalty killer.
Say what?
I mean, to each their own, do whatever you want, but I think Jim Montgomery has a very direct path for Logan Mailloux. He's a big boy, skates well, loves to hit, and fires the puck over 100 miles an hour. So the fact that you're still going to have to coach this guy, go over a video, do some things defensively, that's fine, because it's the hardest position to actually learn to play. Yeah, goalie's the hardest position for like the pressure and things like that, but to play on a nightly basis as a defenseman in the NHL is the hardest thing to do. So we'll take our baby steps there while he keeps showing off on the power play.
Well said. Well said. Good start. From the 209, Prove Me Wrong, the Cardinals are crapping in the bed with not getting some of their young minor league stars up. Now is the time. This season is already in the toilet.
I beg to differ. I mean, you just hit it. This season is in the toilet. And do you want to bring your young, fresh faces up to be a part of an organization and a team that is struggling right now? You want to get that losing mindset in their minds as young players? Hell no, you don't. You want to start off fresh. You want to start off with a new season, a new team in a sense, because it will be the 2026 season. If you bring them up now, that mentality kind of festers through your spirit and through your soul, and then you kind of carry it on and it lingers. It's hard to get rid of that stench of losing, man. It is hard to get rid of that stench of losing, so don't bring them up now. Wait till next year when they can start fresh.
And I would add to that, Judge, if I may, that right now, if they were called up, they'd become the focal point of the Cardinals, which means all eyes are on them, which means they're going to get probably unfairly judged at that point. And if the team doesn't have success, they're going to feel like failures. So you're really not helping them. It's not like giving a cup of coffee to let them know what it feels like. The team being successful, that is the ultimate time to bring young players in so they're accent pieces. They don't have to lead the charge to get to follow the big boys. And right now the Cardinals aren't ready for that.
Okay. don't know. Good job. I mean, if we're waiting for the optimal time, I mean, we'll probably never see him.
You bite your tongue, Judge. With all due respect,
I'll give
of
it
course.
to you. I'll give it to you. All right, this one should be a layup. From the 618, prove me wrong. The Bears could win the NFC North this year.
Yeah, there's no chance in hell the Bears are going to win the NFC North this season. No chance in hell. Lions still exist. Vikings, Judge, correct me if I'm wrong, won 14 games last year. Even a team like the Green Bay Packers, who Carey won't give enough love to, but I will, because their quarterback, Jordan Love, remains one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the league. You pair Kevin O'Connell with a kid that won the national championship, I'll take that pairing over Caleb Williams, who, let's be honest, really hasn't done much outside of develop all this hype. Hell, he even wanted to be a Viking. Him and his dad wanted him to be a Viking, not a Bear. So, no. Sorry. The Bears, thank you.
Good job, Anthony.
Well done.
The 636 says, prove me wrong. Our fantasy football commissioner, so prove, I guess this is, it's a little bit different of a statement, but I'm going to read it anyways. Prove our fantasy football commish that having the draft 3 weeks ago was dumb. We all told him to wait, but he didn't want to. Now all these suspensions and injuries are happening. Tell our commish to be better. Come next year, please. Thanks, guys. We'll just, there's no ding or X here. You just got to tell him to be better.
Oh.
You don't want us to prove.
So this isn't
I was
the
going to
case.
prove his case wrong.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that
all right.
as a commish, Anthony, I'm sure you've commissioned some
I
leagues.
have.
Until you are actually in that hot seat, you have no idea how difficult it is to get 10 to 12 individuals on the same page, on the same day, at the same time. Probably did his or her best to make this as sweet as easy as possible with a date that may have been a few weeks out, and you don't foresee anyone getting injured. Nobody practices really anymore. They don't hit in games anymore. You don't even have the starters playing in any preseason games, but more than a drive. So for the commish to have this draft weeks prior, that's just the commish doing his or her best part to get all of you individuals in line, because you really were part of the problem.
Well, and the worst thing to do in these situations is you keep kicking the can down the road, waiting for the perfect time.
And there isn't
And
one.
now the season's starting.
Boom.
You don't have enough teams. People are pissed off because they don't have the right players.
Yeah.
The draft is it. Then you hear all the complaining. So really, there is no real solution. There's going to be people that complain all the time.
Yeah.
I'd rather get ahead of the curve. And as far as the players not signed and all that, let's be honest here. Come the first week, they'll all be signed. They'll all be in uniform. So if somebody picked Micah Parsons or a player like that, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
I gotta push back. I have to push back.
I had more.
I have to push back. This you should know. You should have a date set closer to the season starting, and you should know to keep those dates open.
Your Honor, quick question. This might be true in your fantasy football league.
Oh, it is. Yeah, we vote on everything.
But, Your Honor, how many of the players in your league are married with kids and kids that go to school and things like that, school activities, children's activities like sports, and how many of them
Son's
are
practice.
Children?
there? Yeah.
I don't believe any of them have
Yeah, so
children.
probably-
But they are married.
Well,
Half of them are
probably a
married.
little easier to schedule, right? So maybe in the one we're talking about, like Carey's got his kids, he's coaching football, Anthony's coaching flag football, and Madeline's got soccer, and there's lots of
Dance.
very
I had the worst draft ever. I had to draft while my son was playing the game, and I was on the sideline.
You'd have been happy a week earlier.
I would have been happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst draft ever. Worst draft ever.
I could just picture you on the
I
sidelines.
missed two
trying
or
to
three picks.
draft a team.
Trying to see who's gone, who's available, who's not. You know. So you lay off that damn commish.
Yeah.
Commish did what he or she had to do. Make it happen.
I'm not going to give you the ding, but I appreciate
The effort.
the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more from the 314. It's actually, this one's from Lou. Prove me wrong. The Mizzou Tigers, who played tonight, by the way,
Central Arkansas.
they will win a college football national championship before the Cardinals win another World Series.
Who's this?
Mizzou.
The Tiger. Go Tiger.
Unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. Have we seen the SEC?
I have, Jamie.
Have we seen the Big Ten?
I have.
Yeah, if you look at listen, they won double digits last year in games. They're not even in the top 25 in the rankings. So to say that they're going to win a champion, when's the last time they won a championship, by the way?
Never.
Never. When's how many of the Cardinals have?
Yeah,
11. Okay. I'd say that even though that the Cardinals are in a bit of a funk right now, the chances are greater that the Redbirds are going to bring another World Series to St. Louis before the Mizzou Tigers win a national championship. The odds are just stacked against the Judge.
Go Tiger.
Well done, Jamie.
Thank you.
Carey, that's LSU's Tigers.
It's a tiger.
No, Tiger's not a tiger.
No, tiger's a tiger.
I think a tiger's a tiger.
No, there's different kinds
Is
of
it
tigers.
Bengal tiger?
There's Bengal tigers. There's white tigers.
Oh, yeah.
There's
But if Mizzou wears the all white, then they're white tigers. Where's it Go Tiger?
it's a big. My family.
My family.
I was watching that SEC Netflix documentary the other day, and he was right back to that East Coast accent again.
Oh, yeah.
Which is actually his
His real
real
first
accent.
language.
Yeah.
There's different tigers. There's black and yellow tigers. There's purple and yellow tigers. There's orange and blue tigers.
Yeah.
They all play in the SEC.
Yep.
Go Tiger.
No, Carey.
You say that for all of them. It's all encompassing.
He's talking about making a comeback, by the way.
Oh, Ed?
Ed Orgeron.
Good for him. He's living
He's
a good
done
life.
running around with college kids.
He's living a good life, man.
Ed,
I wanted to call him
Yeah.
like, Ed, don't do it.
Ed
You're
had
living a good
one.
life.
Yeah.
Ed had one unbelievable season, and he's like, you know what? I'm good.
Well, he saw that Bill Belichick can multitask,
Yeah, it's true.
so he wants to get back into college football.
Yeah,
It's kind of following the same path.
he really save for the NFL success.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was off field.
Gotcha. It's Fastline on 101 at ESPN. What is the optimal roster for the St. Louis Cardinals in 2026? That's next on 101 ESPN. All right, that was Chip Carey, FanDuel Sports Network on the call. The Cardinals beat the Pirates today 4-1. Salvaged a little bit of respect at Busch Stadium today. Nice job, Cardinals. Real nice job. Guys, they won. They're only 66-69 now. Okay. Tommy Pham hit a home run. Herrera doubled to the left and tied the game in the third. Sajaci hit a double that scored a win in the bottom of the seventh to make it 2-1. And then you just heard the Jordan Walker home run to center.
Good for him.
Yeah, Jordan Walker hit a home run. So this leads us to our next topic here. What is the optimal roster for 2026?
Yeah, I think
Is Ohtani available?
Well, I don't think he is, and I don't think you would pay him if he was. I think as the Cardinals are going about this offseason, I do believe, we talked about it the last couple of days, what is Chaim Bloom's first move going to be?
Trade Newt.
I think he's going to have to trade some people. I think there is really no way. You can't continue to go year after year with the mindset that, it'll work itself out, somebody will get injured. Or it'll work itself out, somebody won't play well. Like, you have to clear space to allow guys to either succeed or fail without looking over their shoulder the entire time, without feeling like if I sprain an ankle or a twisted ankle, I got to play through it because I can't afford. Like, you have to give guys that room to be the best version of themselves without always having to worry about, I'm going to be sitting down for the next 6 games if I have to take a day off. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think that's the number one thing. The roster has to be, you have to you have to move on from a few players and try to get something in return that can help your team, preferably on the mound.
All right, so optimally, let's just start with the outfield. What's the optimal outfield next year? And again, we're assuming they're not going to make a bunch of moves.
Well, then it would be rinse repeat, wouldn't it?
Outside of the fact that Carey just said, if you want to shore some things up, for me, again, I'm going to bang this drum all offseason. It's trading Newt for pitching.
Okay.
So I'm going to eliminate Newt. Okay. I'm going to say optimally, you're going to trade Newt, get pitching, and then free up a spot.
Let's start it off by saying who do we think should or would be moved? Because I think that would. And is he the only one?
I mean, I would trade Newt if I can. I would trade Arenado if I can. I would trade.
So okay, in my scenario, Newt and Arenado, they're gone.
Okay.
So then I run it. So now I run into a bit of a problem because who's playing left field? Because I think Brendan Donovan. I envision an infield.
Would play left.
Okay, I envision an infield where you have Brendan Donovan, Mason Wynn, and J.J. Weatherholt.
Can Weatherholt play second and Donovan in left?
Who's playing third?
Gorman.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you.
All right.
I'll pass.
Okay. So
you have another option?
What do you doing?
I'm just going to go the other way.
For me, I would honor, and this is out of the box, but we've seen a little bit of it. I'm going to see what Ivan Herrera looks like in left field.
My God.
You say that, but you're the man that just said you want to see Nolan Gorman at third.
At least he's played the position.
And Ivan Herrera has as well.
And
he hasn't had any. He hasn't had any errors.
Yeah, he has.
No,
he booted the ball around 3 times in left field the one day. We watched it right here.
He doesn't have 6 errors.
Well, he doesn't play enough.
Well, that's probably a good thing then. I don't know. I think
you're just compounding the problem if you put Herrera in the outfield again. You're just redoing what you've done before.
I want Brendan Donovan in the infield. I want J.J. Weatherholt.
What about Sajaci?
I don't need Sajaci. Nothing personal against Thomas Sajaci.
See,
I don't need to see him every single day. And that's another option.
I would trade Newton Donovan. They'd be the first ones. I hang out there. Mm-hmm. As much as I love Donnie, you guys know, I've talked about it all year. His character, his leadership, his hard work, his play, all that stuff, which is exactly why I think someone will overpay for a Brendan Donovan. I actually think someone will pay more for Newt than they will for a Donovan, just because it's this weird aura around Lars Nootbaar. But with Brendan Donovan, if J.J. Weatherholt continues to do what he's doing, he replaces Donnie easily.
Can Jordan Walker be your 4th outfielder? Can he be what Alec Burleson was supposed to be heading into this season and then all of a sudden play his way into being an everyday guy?
I don't think you keep him on the roster and have him as a 4th outfielder. Just my personal opinion. Ideally, I would like to see Burley at first base.
Yeah, but
I don't need to see him in the outfield either.
You got a lot of money right now sitting at first base.
Well,
And you're not going to, you could trade Contreras, you could, but you also kind of need his bat in your lineup.
Well, he doesn't want to leave either.
He doesn't want to leave, he's got a no trade, but I'm just saying, offensively, defensively, he's not Paul Goldschmidt, but he's not terrible at first base. But offensively, you need his bat in your lineup. So then to move him on just because you want to get rid of a certain contract, it doesn't help your team. That's not the optimal lineup, in my opinion.
So then you need to move on from Gorman as well, because Gorman is a DH. He is not a third baseman. If Herrera is your DH and you don't want to put him in left field, then Gorman.
I'm not married to Gorman. I don't care. Get rid of him too.
Then
Don't care.
There you go.
Honestly, none of this matters until they get pitching. So,
Well, that's how you get pitching, in my opinion, though. That's one way you can get pitching.
That's the way you're going to.
That's how,
expedite this. If you had Gorman, Donovan, and Nootbaar, and even Float Walker out there, just see what you get for nibbles. If you have that available, you're going to get pitching.
Is it possible to get rid of a few guys, but also not have that consistent starting nine where you're plugging guys in? Because let's be honest, this team is not going to win the World Series. They are in a rebuild right now. So I don't think winning next year and whatever change you make is not going to make this team exponentially better.
which is why ultimately I agree with Jamie. You put everybody out there and you see what nets you the best pitching. And
Because you have
route.
enough to backfill right now. Like you've got Sajasi, Weatherholt that can play all around the infield.
Right.
You've got Donovan, Burley, Victor Scott, this Church guy. Siani's still in the organization, isn't he, somewhere?
We don't need to see him anymore.
My point is, Marcia, you can backfill. Like
You've
if
turned on Siani, haven't you?
if you need to. So where you can't backfill right now is in your rotation. And I heard a lot of people talking about, trade Sonny Gray. Okay, then what? Now your depth, you've taken out one of your main pieces, and you don't have the depth as it is. You really cannot trade Sonny Gray this offseason.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason you get a younger pitcher in return. But who the hell's making that trade? Nobody. So you need Sonny Gray, you need Liberatore, you need McGreevy, and then you need some guys to step up. Or some trades to fill those voids.
Yeah. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN.
We really didn't accomplish much there, did
We didn't get anything.
I started to write down things. I would have built an actual roster.
Welcome to the Cardinals.
Well, I was trying to figure out how you build the roster for 2026 Like who?
They don't
who's
know
in,
how to
who's
build
out.
it. The four idiots on the radio ain't going to do it.
That's why they need us. Hey, work this into. Come on.
Oh, yeah,
What
no,
are you
they
doing?
need. You don't know what you're doing, so hire us.
Yeah.
We can throw birthday parties too.
Yeah, I will. Jamie can throw a party.
You can throw a party like none other.
Yeah. All right. A very controversial Gauntlet
Oh, it's not controversial. I didn't lose.
was had yesterday.
Sorry, Carey.
Carey did officially take the L.
I did not.
And
It's not a protest.
You and Contreras?
Hell yeah. And you see, he's still playing, ain't he?
Jamie has already been called out.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he sticks with Jamie next on 101 ESPN. There's so many things that Jamie and I love about our guy, Stewie, who's on the line right now. One of the biggest is he saves our 101 ESPN listeners and his clients a lot of money. Isn't that right, Stewie?
You know what, Anthony? There's different ways to save money. One way is just get a lower rate. If you financed your home in the last 3 years, this is the time right now. Last time the Federal Reserve cut the interest rates, mortgage rates went up. Why? Because everybody anticipated a bigger cut, or maybe the whole hoo-ha that rates are going to go down made the market take a dip. So take advantage now. The market is priced in at this moment as if there's going to be a cut. Get a lower rate, save the $300 a month on your payment for free, or maybe even reduce your term and keep the same payment that you want, all for free. If you're worried rates are going to go down later, you can always do it again, because with the bagel loan, how much closing costs are there, guys?
Zero.
That's it, so it won't cost you a dime.
There you go, and that's why you call Stewie, and hurry up. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Get on that phone right now. His personal number is 314-324-4440.
Again, 314-324-4440.
Call him, text him day, night, weekends. Doesn't matter. Our guy Stewie, I don't even know if he sleeps, Anthony. I have no idea. He's always helping our 101 ESPN listeners. So if you can't remember that number, what can you do?
You can always Google the bagel loan. Thanks, Stewie. Keep up the great work.
Have a good night, and guys, you got plenty of time to sleep when you're dead.
Dada, baby.
That's
See you,
true.
Stewie.
NMLS number 226715.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
4:05, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. We've got some breaking news in the NFL as ESPN's Adam Schefter is reporting that the Packers have acquired Micah Parsons from the Cowboys and have already signed him to a 4-year, $188 million contract. Apparently, the deal was for 2 first-round picks. So 2 first-round picks headed to the Cowboys in exchange for Micah Parsons, and the Packers have already said, hey, Jerry, you got an issue signing him? We don't. 4 years, $188 million.
Wow. $47 million a year. 6 more than what TJ Watt is making.
It's good work. You can find it.
All right, so a bit of a controversial finish yesterday in the Gauntlet. Carey with the L. Chris is back for round 2. Chris.
I got an asterisk by it.
Chris, how are you?
I'm well. I'm about 6 or 8 libations in, so I'm doing all right.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, all right.
I just got to say, after yesterday, I had a friend send me one free Google search coupon, and after listening to Carey, I think he's actually got a pretty legitimate beef, and I'm wondering if it's a legitimate win. The way we both stunk yesterday, we both got ran over by Carey Davis, and I'm not sure how he can run over himself. So I'm not sure I want to chalk that up as a W, but you guys, you do what you want.
Chris, you're a better man than some men in this room.
Okay.
Well, you know what they say, though? Ball does not lie, so we'll find out today.
Chris, you're a better man than some men in this room.
Well,
does he want to take me on and find out, or I don't know?
Or do you want to do the
I'm not taking
tiebreaker?
on Marshy. Hell no, I'm not taking on Marshy until like day 7.
Or you could take on Carey again.
Who I can take. I'm taking you, Anthony.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
wow.
So you don't want to
Don't worry
take
about
another
it.
shot at Carey.
You know what? All I need is what he
I
said.
want the sweater pulled over my head and pummeled.
Okay.
Feel better.
All right. So what I'm gathering here is that Carey's a freight train, and Jamie will pummel you, and I'm just there.
Yeah, you're a guy that will hold his hand and walk him across the street.
Into traffic.
Probably.
Gotta watch out for Anthony.
Jamie's not wrong. All right. Hey, Chris, good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right, Chris. Well, Anthony's going to head off to the cone of silence while he's
Spin that wheel.
There you go, buddy. Marshy, do as the man says, would you? All right, what are you hoping for against Anthony?
I don't care.
All
I'll
right.
lose either way.
Well, you're going to be football. Ooh. You wanted football yesterday. You got it today.
All right, I'll go with that.
All right, buddy. As you know, each question is worth 2 points. If you use the options, it's worth 1 point. If you get it wrong, it's 0 points. And if we have a tie, there will be a tiebreaker. Chris, are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Question 1. Chicago Bears great Mike Singletary coached which NFL team from 2008 to 2010?
Oh, my gosh, I know this. I was going to say it was in the West. It was on the West Coast. Give me the options.
All right. Was it the Arizona Cardinals, the Buffalo Bills, or the San Francisco 49ers?
49ers. What I thought, but I wasn't sure. 49ers.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right.
Question number 2. Jim Harbaugh coached the San Francisco 49ers for 4 seasons. Which year was his last year as the head coach of the 49ers?
I'll need the options.
2012, 2013, or 2014?
I'll go 2014, guys.
Final?
Final answer.
Question number 3. Who is the Denver Broncos' all-time leader in receiving yards?
Oh. Thomas or Sharp? I better have the options.
Options are Shannon Sharp, Rod Smith, or Demaryius Thomas.
I don't know. I was thinking Rod Smith. Let's go Rod Smith. I don't know, but Rod Smith.
Final answer?
Yes.
All right, final question. Which receiver led the NFC last season in receiving touchdowns?
I know. It's not Jamar Chase. I know that. He led in receiving yards. It's Justin Jefferson.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right, let's get Anthony back in here. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, not so much.
Okay. Well, Anthony's walking in here right now. Anthony, how was the cone of silence today, bud?
You know, Ryder was in there with me, but he was silent. He was working on something. Working on something for Carey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know all about it, trust me.
Yeah, Carey, I don't think Carey's done with what happened yesterday in the Gauntlet.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, I hold a grudge.
Yeah.
You better believe
told
that.
you guys, I went after further review and used my one free Google search, and I think Carey's got a legitimate point.
Thank you, Chris. You're a great man.
Too bad for Carey.
Nah.
Anthony, you're
He's going to piss me off.
Your category today is football.
All right.
You better pack a lunch.
Okay.
Okay, question 1. Chicago Bears great Mike Singletary coached which NFL team from 2008-2010?
He coached. You said NFL team.
I did.
Mike Singletary coached the San Francisco 49ers. Can't win with them. Final answer.
Question number 2. Jim Harbaugh coached the San Francisco 49ers for 4 years. Which year was his last year as the head coach of the 49ers?
What was his last year? Oh, Carey. Let's see here. Well, you just gave me a hint with Singletary, didn't you? Last year for Harbaugh was, I think, 2016. 2015 or 2016. Harbaugh, Niners, Finkel, Einhorn. Give me 2016. Final answer.
Question number 3. Who is the Denver Broncos' all-time leader in receiving yards?
Broncos all-time leader in receiving yards. I mean, Rod Smith comes to mind. I don't think Demaryius Thomas had enough yards. He played too much with Tebow. I'll take the options.
Options are Shannon Sharp, Rod Smith, or Demaryius Thomas.
I'll go with Rod Smith. Final answer.
All right, Anthony, final question. Which receiver led the NFC last season in receiving touchdowns?
NFC.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going through the teams here real quickly. You got AJ Smith, AJ Brown, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Terry McLaurin, CD Lamb, although played a lot without Dak. Going through these divisions. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nobody from the Bears. Justin Jefferson. You know, I'll get the options. I'll narrow it down. Sorry.
All right. Was it Terry McLaurin, Amon-Ra St. Brown, or Justin Jefferson? That help?
No.
All right.
No, it did not. I don't think it was Justin Jefferson. I'm between Terry McLaurin and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And McLaurin put up big numbers. I'll do Terry McLaurin. Final answer.
All right, let's go over this. You know what, Carey? I'm going to go. All right, let's start with question 3. Who is the Denver Broncos' all-time leader in receiving yards? Chris, you said Rod Smith with the options. Anthony, you also took the options, and you said Rod Smith. Answer is
Rod Smith.
Rod Smith. 1-1 after 1. Let's go to, let's see here. Question 1. Chicago Bears great Mike Singletary coached which NFL team from 2008 to 2010? Chris said 49ers. Anthony said 49ers. Answer is?
It is the San Francisco 49ers.
But Anthony did not need the options. So Anthony now up 3-2. Let's go to question 2. Jim Harbaugh coached the San Francisco 49ers for 4 seasons. Which year was his last as head coach of the 49ers? Chris took the option and said 2014.
That would make sense.
And Anthony, without the options, said 2016. Answer is
2014.
2014. We are all tied up.
I was trying to think of the question before with Singletary because I know you gave me a little bit of a hint there.
Damn. We're all tied up. Final question. Which receiver led the NFC last season in receiving touchdowns? Without the options, Chris said Justin Jefferson.
Wow.
With the options, Anthony said Terry McLaurin. If it's McLaurin, Anthony wins. If it's Jefferson, Chris wins. If it's Amon-Ra St. Brown or anybody else, we got a walk-off here today. Chris.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose. Not today.
It was Terry McLaurin. Anthony gets the win on the last question of the day, Chris. Oh, you're up.
I'm using my one free Google search for the day, and I think you're wrong.
Do it.
Should we verify?
Yeah. It says, well, hold on. I might have the same. We might have a 0-0-2 situation here. NFC touchdown. Just somebody. My Google machine doesn't work very good. Somebody.
We didn't Google that one, huh?
I think you guys should Google last year's NFC touchdown receiving leaders. I don't think either one of us got it right.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin had 13. In the NFL, he was second behind Jamar Chase. He is right above Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had 12.
I won't dispute you, Marshy. Okay.
My guy, Justin Jefferson, had 10.
Good job, Chris.
Nice job,
well,
Chris.
I knew I didn't have it. I knew Jefferson was wrong, but okay. All good. Carey, I'm flying in September 15th. I'll buy you a libation at Sport and Social. I'm going for all 3 games of the Reds. Any of you guys can come down. I'm more than happy to buy anything you want. We'll have a full beverage. I'm flying in that Monday morning. I'll land at 7:05. I fly out after the game on Wednesday. So I'll be there all 3 games. And you guys come on down. We'll have a couple beverages. I'll be at Sport and Social with my favorite bartenders there, and it'll be a good time.
All right, Chris.
Plan.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you.
Have a good one.
You
Goodbye.
too. Take care. All right, that was Chris here in the Fast Lane on
Chris is
101
a good guy.
Yeah.
Were you rooting against me?
He was, for sure. You should have seen him.
I said ball doesn't lie.
I was rooting.
Anthony was going to pick you up like a good teammate.
Yeah.
Did
But he don't
Ryder
feel that
leave
way.
you something? He left you a note there?
Yeah, he did. You want me to play
I
it?
would love for you to play it.
I say we just move on. We're up against the clock here.
Hell no. There's a show before us that is always up against the clock. They're just fine.
Are they?
We started 2:08, but it's okay.
This is from the Rizzuto Show.
So state by state, what is our most popular dog breed in Missouri?
Pit bull.
The American Pit Bull Terrier. So what is that one? The American Pit Bull Terrier.
Pit bull. That's a standard pit bull.
Oh, is that your regular standard pit bull?
I believe so.
Damn.
I mean, and that, it's interesting to me because, you know, I always peruse the shelters, and I feel like pitties are everywhere, and I wonder why.
Okay, so
those are our strays.
Yeah, they are.
If you go to different cities, like I didn't understand that until I had some friends on the coast that were like, "Oh yeah, these are all adopted. These are all strays," and they were like smaller, long hair, black dogs. Like they all looked very, very different than the strays that we're used to. And then I realized, oh, it actually is a regional thing. There are certain dogs that are left out more that then start breeding in stratum, and what do you know? All of our strays are pit something.
So the American Pit Bull Terrier is the number one most popular dog in Missouri, followed by the Chihuahua, followed by the German Shepherd.
I don't even hear the Australian Shepherd.
Or the Retriever.
Well, should have been a walk-off.
Well, you know what? He picked you up, Carey.
Nah, hell no. I'm not worried about Chris.
Don't
worry about these two.
You know what, Marsh? I know you take detailed records.
Put an asterisk by it.
Please remove one loss from Carey's.
Please, because he won't sleep from
I'll do it right now. It's fair. It's fair. Please remove
huge tears right into his pillow.
Please remove the loss from Carey's record.
In that pillow.
All right.
I'll lose that record, much like Bernie Mac's character in Mr. 3000. He was 3 hits shy, actually, of 3,000 somewhere. Something happened.
There's Rafe right outside the door there, too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Rafe from the Rizzuto show.
He didn't
Thumbs
do
up
anything for you.
No, he did.
No, he did.
His show. He texted me. He told me when it was. He did. I texted him. I said, did y'all talk about it?
We are going to go
he texted
with
me back.
Bet the Board next if we can get to it. Get to it at some point.
Let's bet on which breed will be the most popular next year.
Let's do that.
Bet the Board next on 101 ESPN. We'll get into the big news about Micah Parsons, who's traded to the Green Bay Packers about 20 minutes ago. But we got Bet the Board. Marsh, latest standings, please, and thank you.
All right, Jamie is leading with 12 points.
Crushing us with 12.
12 points. I have 10 points. I did not hit yesterday.
Oh, no.
Anthony, you did, though. You have 9 points. And Carey...
Rolling now.
5 points.
Excellent, Carey. Nice job, kid.
Yeah.
Jamie.
I was just about to live bet the Cubs and Giants, and the line went from 134 to 165.
Yeah, would you like to pass to Marsh and give yourself more time?
If you do that, I'm taking them because I was looking at it too.
Well, you can't take it right now.
It might go down.
I'm waiting on it here. It's like the stock market. I still get first right of refusal.
We got a show to do.
You know what? Just zip it, okay? Just zip it. I'll take another play here. Give me the under. Actually, hang on.
It just changed.
I'm going to go back to the Cubs. I'm going to take the Cubs over the Giants. They're plus 105 right now. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning.
All right, that's locked in. Give me Mizzou minus 38.5.
Minus 38?
Minus
Ooh.
38.5.
Okay.
A lot.
Give me Byram Brown anytime touchdown score in this Boise State South Florida game.
Who the hell is he?
Byram Brown. He's a quarterback for South Florida. Come on, man. You don't know the Bulls?
Nah, I ain't paying attention.
The what?
Bulls?
The Chicago Bulls? Yeah, the
No,
90s.
South
Michael Jordan
Florida
was
Bulls.
really good.
The South Florida Bulls.
Give me Cody Bellinger, 1.5 hits, runs, RBI, minus 150.
Okay. All righty. That's Bet the Board here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Let's get into whether or not the landscape in the NFC has changed now with the Micah Parsons trade. That's next on 101 ESPN. It's the Out of This World and Into Your Driveway sales event. It's going on through the month of August, but as you know, it's already August 28th. So head down to Auto Centers Nissan with deals. They're seriously not from this planet. They've got over 1,000 vehicles all in one massive location right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri. So no bouncing between lots. No mystery. Just the best selection of vehicles in the St. Louis area, and it's all in one place. And right now, you can get 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down and no payments for 3 months in 2025. Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos, all three built in the United States and priced to move with massive dealer discounts. Shopping used, great. Auto Centers, they've got you covered there too. 0 down and no payments for 3 months on a huge lineup of quality pre-owned vehicles. Plus, every new Nissan comes with their exclusive lifetime warranty and the 30-day return promise only at Auto Centers Nissan. These deals won't last long. In fact, there's only a couple more days. So head out there tonight, head out there tomorrow, or head out there this weekend and make sure you get to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum, Missouri, just minutes from South County. Tell them Stalter sent you. Hey, start off with AutoCentersNissan.com.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals defeat the Pirates earlier today by a final score of 4-1, but that is not the biggest news of the day. What is that Micah Parsons has been traded to the Green Bay Packers, and we'll give you the details next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Michael Parsons, hey, look, man, you can report all you want. There's no way they're allowing Michael Parsons to go anywhere. All of it, all of this is part of the negotiations.
Swing and a miss from the Hall of Famer, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, who said that about 4 o'clock today on ESPN. Micah Parsons has been dealt. Parsons was acquired by the Packers in exchange for 2 first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. Can you imagine being Kenny Clark? You're like, holy sweet mother of God. Micah Parsons is going to play next. What's that? I'm going to Dallas? That sucks ass. So, Parsons to the Packers for 2 first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. The Packers also signed Micah Parsons to a 4-year, $188 million extension. That includes $120 million fully guaranteed. So Parsons got paid. He and his agent played this thing right. They stuck with it. And Jerry Jones decided to set up his team for the future as opposed to trying to win this season.
So if you're a Cowboys player right now, like, what are you thinking? Because if I'm in that locker room, you've got CeeDee Lamb, you've got Dak Prescott, you got some nice pieces on offense, but now you're starting over. Like, this Cowboys team was supposed to be a team that was going to compete in the NFC. I mean, that's what we've been waiting on for a couple of years now. It's like, at what point will they ever do? And now it's like, let's put it in reverse for a little bit here. Mm-hmm. The 2 first-rounders are nice. It's a nice little pickup for the Cowboys, but
yeah,
you have one of the game's best defensive players on your roster. And now you're going to have 2 first-round picks, which, again, nice pickup, but who knows ultimately what they become. I have a hard time believing they become as effective as Micah Parsons, but I could be wrong.
I mean, bottom line, no one's bigger than Jerry, though, right?
No.
Jerry, I think both teams won in this trade. I don't know. It depends on what they get for those first-round picks, but losing Micah Parsons is a tough pill to swallow if you're a Cowboys fan. And I'm sure many of them are livid right now because Micah Parsons is 52 and a half sacks in 4 seasons. Like, this guy gets to the quarterback. He is a professional quarterback sacker. He gets to him. He makes big plays. Everything you want from a rush defensive end, outside linebacker, he does it all. And the Cowboys traded him. And good for Micah, right? Good for him for not folding, for not giving in, for not bailing on the process. Him and his agent had a mindset, had a process in place that they wanted to stick to, and they did. And Micah did not budge, and he finally got traded, and he also got the contract. That's the bigger part for me because it was about signing the deal. We talked about it the other day. It's about who's next, right, in terms of who gets paid the most. And sometimes the guy that's next is not always the guy that's better. In this case, maybe he's not better than T.J. Watt. Maybe he's not better than Myles Garrett, but he's not that far behind.
Yeah.
And he's younger than both of them. So, he probably eventually will be. He's next in line for Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion. And I think it's just a great deal. He got his money. He got traded. And we'll see what the Cowboys get with those picks, but I think this was a great deal by both teams.
I think this puts the Packers over the top in the NFC North. I really do. I think that the one thing that they were really missing was an impact edge rusher, and they just got him. Mm-hmm. So you look at the NFC North, and you say, okay, what are the Lions? Really good team, going to be highly competitive. but ultimately a team with question marks because they lost their 2 coordinators, and they also parted with 2 offensive linemen, one left in free agency, one retired. If you go to the Bears, there's a lot of uncertainty with the Bears. And then you get to the Vikings, and the big uncertainty there, of course, is whether or not J.J. McCarthy is going to not replicate what Sam Darnold did last year, but get the Vikings into the playoffs. So to me, the Packers go from potentially a 10-win team. I think Parsons worth at least a win over the entire season. It changes the landscape in the NFC, where you'd say Eagles are still the clear favorites. But would you put Green Bay 2 now?
I said it. I mean, I said it a couple of days ago before they even got to this Michael Parsons trade. I said that I thought the Packers, and we did our segment earlier, most quarterback with most approved or underrated, underappreciated head coach and team. And for me, it was the Packers for all 3 of them. And that's before this trade even took place. I think that the Packers could have potentially been in the NFC Championship game. I definitely feel like they have the ceiling is the NFC Championship game. Like, I think they have that potential to make it there. Will they beat a team like the Eagles? I don't know. I don't know what the injury situation look like if both teams are there, if one team doesn't make it because of injuries. But if all things go well, the way that the Packers are set up right now, offensively, defensively, and special teams, I think they're going to be a really good team and a tough team to beat this year.
Yeah, I do too. Wow.
It certainly changes a lot.
Well, it also changes, obviously, the dynamics in the NFC East.
Yeah,
I don't know if it
and the North. I think
North for sure.
Yeah.
But you lose. Now we know for sure that Micah Parsons will not be there for the Cowboys. So they lose their top pass rusher. Dak is coming off injury. They haven't had a running game for quite a while. Dak's going to have to put the ball in the air a lot. And I don't think the Cowboys are going to be competitive. This could be a long season in Dallas.
Which is why this whole thing is puzzling to me.
Well, they can't. I mean, I don't know how much money they had available to. I'm sure
Which is crazy
because they're paying CD Lamb, they're paying Dak, like they're eating a large portion of that salary. And I don't know how much money you had. I haven't looked at the numbers. I don't know what they had left to pay for Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would have figured it out somehow, some way. But
if you want to figure it out, you figure it out.
Well, they figured it out. They traded him for 2 first-round draft picks. What years are the draft picks?
I'm assuming the next 2 years.
Year?
Probably, yeah. I don't know.
It's got to be for next year and the year after.
Oof.
If not, why do it? All right. Well, there you go. The biggest news in the NFL. Micah Parsons, ESPN's Adam Schefter had it first. Micah Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. There is a chance that Dallas made out just fine here. Really, in the long term.
Yeah,
I mean, 2 first-round picks is significant. It's not like they gave them up for nothing. 2 first-round picks are usually you usually see that in a quarterback trade. That's a significant haul for Dallas.
It is.
I agree.
It's just that in the short term here, it's not going to look good whatsoever. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh. Marsh, you were writing a note there to me. No?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I'll go Fastlane.
Maybe I'm just drawing little doodles or something.
I'll go Fastlane myself then. We were set up to talk about this anyways, but now with this trade that went down, I think this is an even more significant topic. Is paying a quarterback top of the market money actually hurting teams more than it's helping? That's next on 101 ESPN. Fastline on 101 ESPN. Go ahead,
I've become the old man.
You have.
I have become the old guy when I watch football because I'm watching this South Florida take on Boise State, and your man Byron Brown, quarterback who you picked in Bet the Board.
He's going to score a touchdown.
He's got the football pants on, but they're shorts. They're like no knees covered up. It doesn't even look like he has thigh pads in. The
like
shorts
flag
are
football
above his
They
knees.
look like biker shorts he's wearing.
Yeah, that's unsafe.
Yeah, and he just got
'cause
crushed.
If a helmet hits your knee, guess what? It hurts like hell. It hurts like hell.
That turf doesn't feel great either.
I played basketball, and when you bump knees with somebody setting the screen or playing defense, that hurts like hell. You imagine what it feels like with a grown man or young man putting his helmet into your knee. Good luck with that, man. I wish him the best.
Well, he just had a rough drive.
Yeah.
South Florida went backwards 10
Put
years.
pants on, young man.
All right. Put your damn pants on. The Athletic put out an article that I thought was interesting and works very well with what the Cowboys just did. So the Cowboys just traded Micah Parsons, in part because they did pay Dak Prescott last season. They still had cap space, but decided not to pay Micah Parsons. But the NFL salary cap is a zero-sum game. So spending big on one player, usually the quarterback, obviously means sacrifices elsewhere. We saw this with the Cincinnati Bengals. They paid Joe Burrow, and, of course, now they paid Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but they couldn't keep guys like Jesse Bates or Joe Mixon long-term. And quarterback contracts have grown faster than the salary cap, which tightens then the roster flexibility that you have. And the data from the Athletic shows that there's little correlation, and this is the big part. There's little correlation between highest paid quarterbacks and team success. Because if you're not paying one of the best quarterbacks in the league, you might be paying a franchise-type quarterback like Dak Prescott, but obviously Dak isn't one of the 5 or 7 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Well, you're paying all that money for what the Chiefs are getting in Patrick Mahomes or the Bengals are getting Joe Burrow, but now you don't have the funds to allocate elsewhere. But my question is this: what do you do? What do you do if you're the Cowboys?
It's going to take for a team to say we pass. Like, it's going to take for a team to have a quarterback that is talented. Trevor Lawrence will probably have been the best example of that. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence is making $55 million a year. He's third on the list, tied for third or tied for second.
He's a perfect
on the
example.
List. He is the perfect example. It would have taken the Jacksonville Jaguars to say, hey, man, we think you're outstanding. You're not worth $55 million. And if you can go find that, go find it. But we're going to have to draft something else or someone else to replace you if you're not going to take $30 million, if you're not going to take $40 million, because 55, it reduces what you can do in other places with your cap. I'm looking at this list. You got Dak Prescott all the way down to Lamar Jackson. You got Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. It's a lot of names on here making $52 million and above. Only one of them have played in a Super Bowl, and none of them have won a Super Bowl. To your point, paying the quarterback that much money does not guarantee success, and success is having a roster that is good enough to win you a championship. Like, that's the most important thing when you're playing this game. It's cool to make a lot of money. It's wonderful. You do want to be. It's something that a notch that you can have on your cap to be the highest paid player. But you just saw what happened with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Do you wish he'd maybe have taken $50 million and left $10 more million for a player as good as Micah Parsons, who is headed on a trajectory to be one of the best rush ends to ever play the game?
Yep.
So, yeah, you have to look at that and decide. But it's going to take a front office to be an adult and say, there is no way we can pay you this much money. Good luck.
Yeah, so, what's the solution then? Because you say it's the front office. What's that?
Tom Brady.
Well, okay, but those...
You got to marry a model that makes $100 million as well.
All those things, guys.
Yeah.
But those guys aren't littering the NFL right now. Like, all of these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks want to get paid the most money they possibly can as soon as they possibly can. So, like Carey said, it takes front office to be the adults. Okay, fine. But then you end up with a bunch of holdouts. You got this, you got that. You got all this drama surrounding your team. What is the solution to this? Because you guys are 100% right that once the quarterback's making big money, it's tough to provide said player with a championship contending team.
The solution could be what the Washington Redskins did at that time. They franchised Kirky Cousins 2 times. Like, hey, we're not paying you. We're going to franchise you. And it cost them money, and then they didn't re-sign him. He went on and made $94 million for 3 years in Minnesota, signed that deal or whatever that was. But it takes a team to say, we're not going to put ourselves in cap hell for a quarterback again. And I'm not picking on Trevor Lawrence, but I do think he's the perfect example for this. I don't know how many playoff wins he has. Does he have any?
One.
Justin Herbert, he has one?
No.
None.
Because he lost to
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Those two, and I think Justin Herbert is better than Trevor Lawrence.
What is...
But at least finally, jeez.
I think he's better
What
than
does Kyler Murray make?
Thank you.
That doesn't mean he's okay.
Thank you.
What does Kyler Murray make?
He makes, I'll tell you right now. Tell you what old Kyler makes right now, you sicko. He is making 103.3 in guaranteed money. He's making just over 46 mil a year.
So you look at that situation where the quarterback got paid, but the team is not good. Like, they'll be better this year, but they have not been good.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's just a weird combination.
It's a lot. I mean, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith is making $37 million a year, which.
Yeah,
but he's played 15 years.
That matters. Yeah. Like, the numbers are absurd for the position, but at this point, it is what it is. It's really nothing that you can do about it. I don't know that there's a way to fix it, right? Unless, like I said, a team says, hey, Tua, man, you're outstanding when you're healthy. But I don't know when you're going to be healthy for a full 17-game season.
Yep.
And I can't afford to pay you $53 million a year for you to only play 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes that. And we talk about it all the time. The Seattle Seahawks are a prime example of a team that was a championship team, but when they paid Russell Wilson, that team started to fall apart because they could not afford to keep everyone on that roster anymore. And everybody started leaving, going different places, because once you pay the quarterback, it's done. And which is why most teams try to get as much as they can on a rookie quarterback deal and see if they can win a championship.
I also think winning helps, right? If you win, you understand the sacrifice that maybe you need to make financially in order to continue to win.
Yeah.
The Chiefs make it work, and they have the best quarterback in the league. But they make it work. The Patriots made it work.
$50 million.
Yeah, so
annually, he's probably, 10th on the list, 12th, 15th?
Yeah, so Mahomes' contract is now outdated.
Very.
Right. I think he's 15th in AAV.
He's making now his overall, because they signed him to a 10-year, $500 million deal or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's making more overall,
right?
But year after year, which is what impacts the salary cap,
right,
is only $50 million.
To Marsh's point, though, they have
$45 million.
They have made it work because they traded Tyreek Hill. They traded Tyreek Hill and they drafted, they loaded up on defense and went that route. And it hasn't always been easy for Patrick Mahomes, as we know. He played 2 Super Bowls without an offensive line. Like, there was nobody in front of him. The Chiefs, it was weird. They put 5 turnstiles in front of Mahomes against Tampa and against Philadelphia.
That's certainly against Tampa.
And I'm shocked that Patrick Mahomes didn't file a police report on Kansas City for doing that. Nonetheless, to Marsh's point, they have made it work. They have built a roster.
The other way, and I'm looking at this list because Jalen Hurts is on here as well. He's making $51 million, so he's just under those top 10 salaries. The other way you can make it work is to draft well. And the Philadelphia Eagles have drafted, and the Baltimore Ravens have drafted extremely well.
Anybody.
So if you draft well and you can fill in those voids and make those the rookie contracts where you don't have to spend a lot of money, then you can have success. I think those are the only 2 ways you'll be able to make it happen with this salary cap, paying your quarterback $55 million, is you either have to draft well or you have to tell the quarterback, I'm not going to be able to pay you.
Yep.
Either way, I don't see it as an excuse, though, because other teams have done it and do it now, and they are finding success. So, do I feel bad for Dallas?
No. Oh, no, nobody does.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad.
Nobody likes Dallas?
Nah.
Nobody cares about them.
I don't really feel bad for any team in the NFL.
No.
What?
In fact, I hate most of the teams in the NFL.
Oh, boy.
Including your own.
It's getting real.
He really does hate his own
Depending on what Sunday we're talking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not all Sundays.
No,
Sometimes they give me some of the greatest joys.
Well, Thursdays, Mondays.
There's a Thursday night game last year against the old Succaneers, and man, it was incredible. It was incredible, Jamie.
I bet it was.
The who?
The Succaneers.
That's when old
won the
Kirky went
NFC
through.
South 5 straight times or something like that.
When Kirky threw for 6 touchdowns?
Yeah, set the single season franchise record. Just dropping dimes on everybody.
Kirky's special, man. Gotta give him credit.
He's special, all right. All right, the Air Comfort Service tax line is 314-399-9646. We've got our 2 sports six-packs coming up. Part 1 is next.
time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six Pack is now.
503, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. And speaking of Marsh, he's got our questions from the Air Comfort Service text line for part one of the Sports Six Pack.
Question number one.
From the 636, if you could go on vacation with one sports legend, who would it be and where would you go?
Oh, wow.
A vacation with one sports legend? I'm going with Michael Jordan somewhere. Maybe Vegas. On him. Oh, we're going to be up all night.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, Chuck would be a good one.
Anywhere.
That's a tough one. One sports legend. I'm trying to think of like someone who's going to be a good time, got great stories. Like, yeah, like Michael Jordan, yes, but, you know, would he relax enough to...
This is you can make it kind of how you want to make it.
Yeah, but you
He can be your version of Michael Jordan.
Like, I think of, like, John Daly. Like, I think that
I thought
would
John
be...
Daly, too.
I think... Oh. Like, go to, like, wherever with John Daly. Like,
Yeah.
Be
That'd be
hilarious. The stories, he don't care about nothing.
Right.
Like, you could do stupid things, but they won't be as stupid as he's doing.
Very true. Yeah, you'd be second.
Mike Tyson.
Tyson be good.
I'd like to hang out with Mike. I want to meet Mike Tyson. I hang out with him.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm going to set that up for you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yep. What about you, Marsh?
Man, I feel like some type of golf trip with Brett Hull would be great.
That would be very good.
I feel like that'd be fun.
That'd be good. Yeah.
You know, because you can kind of get into whatever there, but you're also playing golf.
I can confirm that you would have an amazing time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Oh.
We'll just move on.
Hey, we're sorry.
You guys just both blacked out.
So
watching
Boise State and South.
Come on,
This
guys.
is how
Turn
bad.
the damn TV
Oh my gosh.
This is how bad we've missed
Just
football.
Unbelievable.
Marshy, play interviews for the last hour
This
because
is,
we've lost them.
this is how bad Carey and I have missed football.
My
It's
gosh.
Boise State and South Florida. We both had the same reaction. The quarterback mishandled the snap. That's a false start. He mishandled the ball and tried to pick it up and run it in, and he didn't. Yeah.
This is like going on a date and your date is texting the entire time.
It's terrible,
No,
isn't it?
It's terrible.
Sorry, Marsh. We're locked in. Carey and I are locked in for question two.
Are
we?
we?
Promise.
Yeah, we are.
I doubt it.
Question number two.
All right, this one comes from the 618. When does the concept of the next player up demanding a generational supporting salary become unsustainable? This is coming from a lower mid-income fan of the show.
Whoa.
Say that. Read that.
Hang on.
We want to grasp
break
the
that into two pieces,
context.
please.
Yeah.
So we keep saying, hey, the next man up, he's ready for
the
his
contract.
When does that become unsustainable because the number is now so
It won't.
high?
Unfortunately, the revenues will be continue to be able to support it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great thing for the NFL and the players.
Right.
But as far as like slowing down salaries, I don't see that happening. And then what was the second part of his question?
Oh, he was just saying that he's a lower to mid-income listener.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We love that. We're good.
Yeah,
I think
we all are.
It comes with the territory. It's just if you're playing well enough to be considered in that top tier or be that next guy that is a free agent when you know a receiver just got paid or that defensive lineman just got paid or that linebacker just got paid, the next person is the one, generally speaking, to get $1 more. It's like The Price is Right, you know? And that person says 500.
You say 501.
501.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yeah.
I always thought that was just a ratty move. I didn't like it.
I actually didn't. Think it's actually smart.
I hated it.
You're next up.
He had no skill. He's just lucky because you're the next person.
Exactly.
Yeah. Should ban that.
The next question should be, when does somebody put a stop to that? And it's Jamie. punching the guy next to him.
501. Hey. I like that.
Question number 3.
From the 618, Carey, can you please give me some optimism I can look forward to with the Cowboys? I'm hurting right now after the Parsons trade. What can I look forward to now? Serious answer only.
I still think the Cowboys, I mean, you can look forward to Dak Prescott and George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. They're going to throw the ball. Jake Ferguson. Like, you got 3 really good pass catchers, and the offense, I don't think, is going to take a step. I don't know what they're going to look like at running back. You got Javonte Williams and Jaden Blue, but I don't know what that part is going to look like. But offensively, if Dak stays healthy, you should be looking forward to another season like he had a couple of years ago when he was top 3 in passing, top in touchdowns. Like, this should be a really good year for the Dallas Cowboys. And offensively. And your numbers probably are going to be inflated because defensively, you just lost one of the best pass rushers in the league. So stopping people might be harder. They might have to outscore some people, but they have the offense and they have the capability, in my opinion, to do that.
You will face the Giants 2 times this year.
Okay. What about the rest of the NFC East?
They asked you for positivity.
Yeah.
Things to look forward to.
And those first rounders could become franchise players.
You never know.
Like,
could be you.
You just don't know.
Yeah. You know, I saw a team once.
Go Micah who?
Right. Maybe you draft the next Micah. The Tennessee Titans did that exact thing when they traded A.J. Brown to the Eagles and then drafted his replacement, who's on another team.
It didn't work out. What was that? What was his name?
Exactly.
Yeah, I forgot.
Traylon Burks.
Traylon Burks, Arkansas.
Yeah, we got him. Don't worry.
Yeah, nah.
Just fleece these guys.
Yeah, nah.
That didn't really work out that way.
Not one bit.
Nah. A.J. Brown seems miserable in Philly winning Super Bowl.
He's bored. He's reading books on the sideline. Part 2 of the Sports Six Pack is coming up next. 314-399-9646 to the Air Comfort Service text line. Keep those questions coming in, and we'll answer them next.
Hey, it's Carey Davis, and if you're in the market for a new vehicle, my good friends over at Genesis of St. Charles have you covered. They are the #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2025. They're Missouri's first and only standalone Genesis dealership. Get in there today and check it out and see all of the models, all of the colors, all of the different things they have for you. You can experience luxury service at their state-of-the-art facility located at 5601 Veterans Memorial Parkway in St. Peters, right off of Mid Rivers Mall Drive and Highway 70. They have a large selection of new Genesis models in stock, ready for you to take home and drive today. Go by there, check it out, see the facility. It is beautiful. They have some great coffee as well. You can get every purchase you get comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis service valet. You must be within 125 miles. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Schedule it anytime. You can go online and find it. If you're in the market for something new, Genesis of St. Charles got you covered. Check them out online today at genesisofstcharles.com. That's genesisofstcharles.com.
question?
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. 314-399-9646 to the Air Comfort Service text line with Carey, Harry Davis, and Jamie Barry Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Andrew Marsh has our next question for the Sports Six-Pack.
Question number 4.
From the 636, how can Major League Baseball possibly be serious about expanding the league when there's maybe 10 teams tops that have a loaded payroll and at least 10 teams that are struggling to put fans in seats?
Guys, have you heard the term follow the money?
I have.
Yeah. Expansion teams pay a lot of money to leagues who disperse it amongst the owners, who just, some of the owners continue to refuse to actually pay their players, and they just soak up the revenue sharing from the owners that are making the money. So either way, it's an easy way for the owners to line their pockets by bringing in an expansion team.
Jamie, back in the now defunct Stalter and Rivers program, we had a statement that said that went like this: "You're not wrong, but this is perfect for that." That text, "You're not wrong, but the profits will continue to fund Major League Baseball."
Yep.
With expansion.
And the players
Jamie's
won't
right.
care, because that means more jobs for more players and make more money. Even if they're playing on teams that pay lower, at least they're still making millions of dollars. Instead of 20s and 30s millions, might be 5 and 6 million, but
very true.
Lots of opportunity. So the players will be like all for it too.
Question number 5.
From the 618, would you rather be a Buffalo Sabres fan or go to every Cardinal home game this season?
Oh, I'd go to
every Cardinal game.
Yeah, every Cardinal home game.
Yeah, I don't want to be a Sabres fan.
No way.
No, thank
bleeping
you.
way.
Yeah.
Now, I'll sit out there, but good seats still available too, so you can certainly upgrade yourself.
Question. Well, never mind. I don't want to.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm wondering, like, if you pay for, like, the seats really, really high up, but there's clearly no one.
They're supposed to ask you for your ticket. But what you do is, Anthony, what you do is you take a $20 bill and you put it in your little phone case. And when they ask you for your ticket, you put your phone over and the $20 bill is sticking out. And then guess what? You're down in the green seats before you know it. Buddy don't care.
Ain't my damn thing.
He's like, what's he going to do? He's like, there's 10,000 seats available.
Yeah.
No, you can't have one, sir. I'll take that 20. Thank you.
All right, so I got a piggyback question off of this. All right, what is the most miserable franchise in the four? And we'll go four. We'll go to the Power Four here, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of a round robin. So since they asked about the Buffalo Buffaloes, why don't we start with the NHL?
Okay.
Is it the Sabres?
Has to be.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm talking about losses.
Yeah.
No future. Just
the one, like the Stanley Cup they were in, they got scored on because Brett Hull had his foot in the crease.
No, it's not because he had his foot in the crease. His foot just happened to be in the crease.
His foot was in the crease, and they, so there was a little bit of controversy there. Although the NHL did change the rule and apparently didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So that's why everyone was upset. But still, in that Stanley Cup that they were in, something crappy happened to them.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sabres got to be the most miserable team in the NHL. I'm looking like the Montreal Canadiens have turned things around. The Senators are good again. Columbus is on the uprise for sure. They're going to be a good team. The Flyers are going to be fine. They got Rick Tocchet there. The Blackhawks, they've got all those Stanley Cups to go back and look at. Like, even though they're miserable, they've got at least a good bunch of success.
And the Ducks have at least had more success than the Sabres now.
Yeah, and they're a young, exciting team. So, the Buffalo Sabres for sure in the NHL. Where are we headed next, Anthony?
Let's go to the NBA.
There's a few there.
Portland?
There's a few there.
Portland Trailblazers. They haven't won much. No hope.
Portland.
They do have a championship, though, don't they?
The Wizards?
The Wizards are bad.
Wizards are bad, yeah.
The Wizards are bad.
What about the Bobcats?
Oh, man.
Well, they aren't a team anymore.
Yeah.
The Hornets?
Oh, the Hornets. Yeah, that's right.
To the Vancouver Grizzlies.
No, I think Jamie nailed it. I think it's the Wizards. I mean, the Pelicans aren't very good either.
No, the Pelicans are terrible.
But at least they got Zion when he's healthy.
He's never healthy.
He's never healthy.
I said when he is.
Yeah, all 7 games.
Well, then you can see one of those games.
Wizards all say aye?
Aye.
I don't know. No, okay. What do you, then Marsh, what do you say?
The Wizards
what about
won.
the Sacramento Kings?
Sacramento Kings have been good the last couple of years. Well, they've been better last couple of years.
Here's the problem. The
like
NBA has too many of these teams.
I mean, the Washington Wizards won 18 games last year.
And they won 15 the year before.
I mean, it's the Wizards. So what are we talking about?
Are we doing all time? Or are we doing like
It's
most
still
recent?
Well, recently.
I mean,
because if we do all time,
The
then
Wizards were pretty good when John Wall was around.
how long ago was that?
Okay, how much do you want to fight on this?
Well, I'm trying
you
to set
willing
a
to-
precedent here.
So what is-
Buffalo's been terrible almost my entire life.
Okay,
I don't know
well,
if I can say that about the Wizards.
What about the Pelicans?
I have seen them do absolutely nothing.
Pelicans got C.J. McCullough. Like, no, they had Anthony Davis. Like, no, it's the Wizards.
All right.
How do
Wizards stink.
15 games. The Pistons won 14 that year. How do you do that?
They ain't trying.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Marsh.
That's all right.
Where are we off to next?
Major League Baseball.
Okay.
It's got to be the Rockies, right? Or the White Sox. We're talking long time.
We're talking.
Just ask that.
I'm trying to set a precedent here.
The Athletics.
Nah, because the A's were good in the 80s.
Yeah, but Gary, that's the 80s.
Yeah, but
Boy, I'd love to say the Nationals, but they won in
it's the
2019.
What about the Pittsburgh Pirates?
They have not won. They've
Pirates
never
ain't
won an
won since-
NL Central. Congratulations, Anthony.
There's a flag.
Oh!
This kid just ran over nine people onto the way to the end zone, by the way. I just don't know if it's coming back. Looks like it's coming back.
It's a block in the back, I heard, or a hold.
You didn't hear anything. It's not.
Yeah,
it is a hold.
He's correct. I mean, there's only a couple of things that could do.
You should see this run. This is the greatest run that is never that did not count. All right. Major League Baseball.
Pirates.
I don't know.
Pirates ain't won since 70 what?
We've lost him again, Marshy. That's all right. I'll
Just
fill.
watch this
Wow.
one. No one else is watching
We're
it.
doing radio.
No one's
they
watching
can't
this game.
watch this.
I wasn't talking to them. I was talking to
You're
Carey.
not talking at all.
I answered. I said the Pirates.
Yeah, you did. And Anthony went, look at this guy.
It's the Pirates.
What about the Angels? Well,
Angels,
they won
they
in
won.
02. Okay. I'm sorry for talking out loud.
Just listen to me. Don't listen to anyone else.
I think the criteria is shifting for every league for you guys.
So who is it for you?
Yeah, who is it for you?
Yeah,
Marsh?
go ahead, Marshy.
Yeah.
Since you got this game figured out.
Who is it for you?
I mean, this is a tough question. We still haven't set what the criteria is.
You keep changing it.
No, I'm asking. I've been asking. What is the criteria?
Stop. Wait. The
It's a
Pirates,
feel thing.
Wait.
That's the criteria.
Let me answer this. The Pirates have been to the playoffs 6 times in the last 30 years.
All right,
That's
Pirates.
a really good
fine.
answer.
What
It's
are we
always
Pirates?
about Pittsburgh for Carey.
This ain't a good Pittsburgh.
I'm good with the Pirates.
I'm good with the Pirates.
All right. NFL.
And, I mean,
Cleveland.
7 times since 1979.
Cleveland has to be
Cleveland.
That's definitely
Cleveland.
dumpster
Cleveland,
fire
yeah,
for sure.
NFL,
Or the Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
The Jets are pretty bad,
Jets.
too.
But it's got to be the Browns still.
Yeah,
At least the Jets got Joe Willie Namath.
they did.
They got that one. They'll always have that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Marsh, are you okay with the Browns?
I ask again, what is the criteria? Is it all time or is it most recent? You know?
All time.
All time.
Because the Browns have been to the playoffs more recently than the Jets have. So,
But the Jets went to
so if
back-to-back.
it's all
Yeah, but right
time-
now the Browns
AFC
are
title
paying
games, plus they have the Super
$231
Bowl.
million to a guy who can't play.
The Browns have been to the playoffs twice
that's fair.
since 2002.
You know, the 314 makes a great point. The Guardians haven't won since the 50s.
Yeah, but they're in the damn
They were
playoffs
in the
every
World
year.
Series a few years ago.
Okay, that's why I was just simply
Like you can't
asking.
be miserable if you're going to the playoffs every year. Like Jets, the Jets fans are miserable.
Anthony, the Browns
are
just
miserable.
made the playoffs a couple years ago.
2 years ago,
They
right?
lost in a wild card.
How many times have the Cleveland Guardians made it in that same span?
In 2 years?
You tell me.
Probably 2.
Thank you.
In 2 years.
2 for 2. Right?
I'm simple. How many times have the Jets made the playoffs?
Look at Cleveland's history.
When was the last time they made the playoffs?
Lost in the ALCS. Lost in the ALDS. Lost in the wild card. Lost in the ALDS. Lost in the ALDS. Lost in the World Series. Like, come on, people.
You know, if we're using the all-time, the Lions have been horrible for
Nice.
ever.
Nice
Except for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, but
nice.
You know what? Hey, hold on. This is my fault. Okay? This is my fault. I brought this topic to the table. It has divided us, and I apologize. It's my fault.
That's what leaders do.
Marshy, can you please get us to the next question? I birthed this segment, and now I'm putting a bullet in it. Okay?
Question number 6.
Invented it. I invented it. And now I'm destroying it. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm like
618.
Frankenstein's creator.
Yeah.
I'm Frankenstein's creator.
Anthony, I think you should leave after this.
If Frankenstein...
Quite honestly, after this segment,
You should probably go.
You should
Okay.
just go.
All right.
You're fried.
But you have to answer this one question.
You got it.
From the 618. In the next 50 years, will the Cardinals ever be in the top 5 of payroll?
In the next 50 years?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
Because the Dodgers, the Yankees, they're all still going to be around, guys. The
You got a point there.
All those rich guys are still going to be around, or their kids will be, and they'll be running their teams too.
I'm just playing the odds.
Yeah.
50.
I'm going to play the odds too. No chance.
For creating such a divisive segment, I'm gone. You guys take over. I'll see you tomorrow for Freedom Friday.
Get out of here.
Won't be here.
What?
No.
Oh, you're going to Illinois.
Champagne. I'll be on for 2 hours.
You go get them.
I'll be on.
Where?
In Champagne.
What are you doing there?
We got football.
Oh, that's right.
Go get them.
Go get him, Carey.
All righty. We got biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals win 4-1 today over the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers from the Dallas Cowboys. We talked about both of those things today and talk about much more. And if you missed all of that, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there. That's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have our biggest question of the day coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Biggest question of the day, brought to you by Mentality. Our patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Reclaim your health at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane. It's 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, G-Mears, Andrew Marsh, our good guy Anthony. He's gone home to reflect on some things. Every now and then you need a pause.
Gotta be better.
And he realizes that he jumped all over Marshy's crap for nothing. He was watching the football game instead of commenting on certain things on the radio. And every now and then you got to bench yourself. And that's what Anthony did, because that's what leaders do. Yeah. They know what the team needs the most, and they do that. Yeah. And he also had something else going on. Either way, but that's what I thought. That was my read of it. All right, it's time for biggest question of the day. Marshy, let's go.
All right, the biggest question of the day is, have the Cardinals' mishaps added more pressure to the Blues? And what do I mean by that? Well, I think from a fan's perspective, we believe that the Blues are going to make the playoffs, and I think they should. However, because of what the Cardinals have done, and we'll even throw City SC in there, of course, they're not having a great year as well. Is there more pressure on, let's say, the front office or the players from the fans to deliver to keep the fans happy in this upcoming year?
I think you can go one step further because of St. Louis City SC, too. Not being all that great. The Cardinals not that great. And now you got the Blues. But I don't think it's pressure. Honestly, I think fans are going to be happy watching the Blues play. Is there pressure on the team? Man, there's pressure on every team to win, no matter what sport it is. But I do understand the question, because it's almost like we've lost hope in the Cardinals. We've lost hope in City SC. But, man, the Blues came out of nowhere last year, made the playoffs. They're moving and shaking. Holloway's back. Broberg's back, a year older. There's some hype behind this. Jim Montgomery. I don't know if it's more pressure. Certainly, I think they have, I don't say responsibility, but at the same time, I will say that. I think the Blues have a responsibility to kind of keep the overall approval rating of everything in the city, to keep sports fans happy.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know if there's pressure on them. I don't think it's pressure from the Cardinals not being good or City not being good. I think the pressure is just that you want to win championships. You want to put a product out there that people can be proud of. I don't know that Army and the staff and the players are like, well, man, the Cardinals stink. We got to be we can't have everyone mad at us. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that the pressure, like I said, just is internal, where we want to put together a good product. We want to win championships. We want to have, a playoff push. We want to finish the season much better than we did last year. So I think that pressure comes from that, but I don't know if it comes from any outside factors.
Listen, let's be clear here. The Blues don't go into the locker room, and Jim Montgomery doesn't hold a team meeting saying, hey, guys, we got a responsibility here to make sure the St. Louis people are happy. Now, Monty does take a lot of pride in making sure that the product on the ice is something people can be proud of. And I've said this before. In the city of St. Louis, yes, they love to see winning teams, but they love to see teams that compete to their maximum ability. And sometimes you look at a team and you go, okay, they're not as good as team X, Y, or Z. But every time we play them, that team hates playing us. People are happy about that. They go home, Blues lose 4-2 pick your poison, the Florida Panthers. It's upsetting.
Right.
But, maybe Nathan Walker had 10 hits that game. Block shots from Fowler, Parayko, Binnington played hard. Like, you know what? I feel like it was okay. I think where people get upset is sometimes with the Cardinals, and it's not the players, sometimes with the Cardinals, it feels like the front office isn't caring.
Right.
And I think that's where people get butthurt. And with St. Louis City SC, I don't know enough about their fan base to comment on where they're at mentally right now. So we'll just kind of leave them off on their own right now. But I think that's the thing with Cardinals fans is they go, well, at least, Army's made mistakes. That's why, but he's also hit some home runs. He's always trying to make the team better.
He's trying.
And
I think that when you're talking about the fans, and I think that's the frustration. You feel like right now with JJ Weatherholt, when Snuggerud was ready,
welcome to the show, kid.
There you go. So I think that's the level of frustration, like the differences between the two organizations is one side is like, man, we're going to find a way to get our players here and get them ready because we know we need them. And then you may say on the other side, well, why won't the Cardinals do that? Why do we have to wait another year, another 6 months to see J.J. Weatherholt actually play a game in Busch Stadium? Whereas with the Blues, when Jimmy Snuggerud was done with his college season, come on, big boy, let's go.
Put on the jersey, kid.
And now, you know what you did well, we're going to put you in the playoffs as well. You showed us enough in those 7 games that, hell, we want to see this continue, and it just makes it more exciting because you've heard about this player for so long, and then he's on your roster, and you get to see good things from him.
I got a separate part for this. You just made me think about something, Carey, is the Blues right away brought up Jimmy Snuggerud. He was one of the best college hockey players. When the Cardinals, when J.J. Weatherholt was making noise early at AAA, the Cardinals were still in it. They were like 3.5 games back of the Mets. Like, what if they would have just said, screw it, bring up the kid.
Who knows?
And he adds just enough pop in the lineup. And let's say he's good for, a couple more wins. It changes things.
Yeah. I certainly would bring more people to the stadium. And I wonder, as the season progresses with the Blues, if they start off like they finished outside of the Game 7 game, but the way they ended the regular season and played for a few of those games in the playoffs, if they continue to play that style of hockey, I mean, the Enterprise Center is going to be sold out every single night.
Look at last year.
Yeah.
Even last year.
It's going to be loud.
It was awesome.
And I feel like the people down the street are going to be looking at that situation, maybe they're ultimately feeling the pressure.
So how do you fix it, right? Like, see, that's the question right now, because ultimately, Carey, you know this, you're a business guy too. Ultimately, when you see your business, the numbers, week after week, month after month, you see the slide. It doesn't happen like
it's
right away.
Drop off a cliff.
It just usually there's a slow burn as to how things are going lower and lower and lower.
Right.
You have to find a way to fix that before you get to 30,000 seats available at Busch. And the Cardinals didn't do that. They didn't identify what they needed to do. They didn't fix it. And so now how do you fix it? Because it's not going to be overnight where all of a sudden people, like 40,000 back in there. Not unless you're the Savannah Bananas.
True. I think you have to put together a product that is worthy of people wanting to spend their money on. And that comes from good coaching, good playing, hitting on your draft picks and your prospects and guys like that. Sports are simple. If you win, people will show up. If you don't, they don't care. They don't care. To me, it's that simple of a formula. When you're winning games, people want to, man, you missed a hell of a game last night.
But how far do you think the Cardinals are from winning?
Winning a championship or
just winning? Being a team that wins more than they lose.
3 years.
So if you're ownership, you're looking at the seats right now,
3
and you're
years.
going, okay, I don't think we can stomach another 2 years like this. Like, we always talk about all the money that they bring in and whatnot. But I will say this. They're not taking money from other business ventures and putting it back into the Cardinals.
Right.
That's just good money to bad money. And billionaire people don't get to be billionaires by making poor business decisions. So how do you get your product back
I think they're trying to do that. I think the hiring of Hein Bloom was part of that. You know, the advanced scouts, the hiring of more people in other areas to help assist with.
But that doesn't make me want to go to a game.
That doesn't. But again, this is just like it wasn't a fall off the cliff process. It's not going to be a jump right back on process. It's not going to be as quick as long as it took to fall off. It's going to take the same amount of time for it to come back up. So
hear me out. What if the Cardinals? And I haven't looked. So this is just blind. You guys might have a name off the top of your head. Free agent pitcher that's out there in the offseason. Let's say the Cardinals go, okay, we had X amount of dollars wrapped up in Michaelis, Fetty, and Steven Matz, and we stomached that. We stomached that for last year. What if we take that total, we go get a good free agent pitcher for $23 million, and J.J. Weatherholt breaks camp with the team?
So you're looking at...
So we're looking at doing something where the fans go, you know what? That's out of character for the Cardinals to go do that, and certainly out of character to have Weatherholt here sooner than they said he'd be here.
So that's like a Dylan Cease.
There you go.
Ranger Suarez.
Okay, so Dylan Cease.
29, 30 years old.
If Dylan Cease signed a 3-year deal for $25 million with the Cardinals. 25
a year.
Yeah.
So $75 million.
$75 million.
Yeah.
That
helps.
They're dipping into their pockets because the 12,000 people who are showing up right now aren't paying for Dylan Cease.
Right.
So it would be out of character. It's almost a show of good faith to the fan base saying, hey, we understand, and we'll take less money here as an organization to provide a better product.
I think that helps.
Yeah, it definitely helps. I don't know if you're getting everybody back in.
No, but you probably get back to 25,000.
Yeah, I think for me...
I'm not asking for a lot here.
You know, winning obviously is a cure-all, but I want a team that I can trust. You know, they're not going to win every single game. I understand that. But I want to be able to trust that team and trust the front office. I don't trust the Cardinals because I don't know what the hell they're talking about. You know, what is their direction? They won't, you know, where is Hein Bloom? How come we haven't heard from Hein Bloom?
Well, he's not allowed to.
Why?
He's not allowed to, Marshy.
I understand that.
It's a gag order.
So I don't trust this team night in and night out to play good baseball. But I do the Blues. I understand that the Blues probably
Well, you
aren't
do
going
now, the Blues.
I do now, yeah. I do now.
Like under Drew Bannister, did you feel that way?
No, I didn't.
Under Craig Berube, we felt like, hey, we're going to try here, but it started to fizzle.
Under Craig Berube, I did, but also there are players that are involved that I didn't think helped that team.
I would agree with that.
But now I do. I trust what Doug Armstrong is putting together. I trust him because he brought in a coach that knows how to win.
And he's ruthless. He fired a coach he just signed 20 games into the season to bring in somebody who he thought was better.
Mm-hmm.
He offer-sheeted 2 young players that the Oilers didn't match, and now they're on your team. Like, he's done bold things. And that goes back to my Cardinals thing.
Yeah.
Dylan Cease would be bold for the Cardinals.
100%.
And, you know, it's baby steps, right?
Yeah, is this team good enough, though, even with Dylan Cease?
But it's a step in the right direction, Marshy. It is.
What if he ends up being terrible?
Well, listen, that could be
Nothing
anybody.
you can do about that.
That's true, but would you rather have some of your cost-controlled guys be terrible?
But can your fans blame the front office for going in to get the big, shiny toy that they've been asking for years now, and then he underperforms? I can't really blame Hein Bloom if Dylan Cease sucks.
I mean, you can, though. People will find a way to blame him for bringing in a guy that now you're spending all this money and he's not good. So then you have a different problem.
Then we just close the doors, shut the team down. That's it. We're done.
That's it.
All right, it's the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN. We're at the end of the show, boys. We come back, what we learned, 3 stars, all that fun stuff here on 101 ESPN. Circus Sports, they are coming to Missouri. Yes, coming up here in December. Circus Sports going to be live here in the state of Missouri. But until then, they've got a couple of great things going on. NFL contests. Every year they've got this going on. Right now, the Circa Million Circus Survivor, $21 million in guaranteed prizes, and there's no rake. So if the entries go above the guarantee, all that extra money goes right back into the prize pool. All you got to do is get to a Circus Sports book in Nevada. They got Las Vegas, Henderson, Sparks, Reno. Register in person before September 6th at 2 p.m., and you're off and running for the NFL season. And then download your Circus Sports Illinois app. You can control everything right there from your palm of your hand with your phone, your iPad, whatever it is. It's right there for you, and it's easy to find on their website or any app store. Super user-friendly. They've got great lines on futures bets. They've got player props, parlays, tight money line splits, and, of course, always have the best odds of any app that's out there. So please don't miss out on any of this action. Download Bet Like a Pro with your Circus Sports Illinois app today and join in on everything exciting going on with my friends over there at Circus Sports. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234. Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN. If you missed anything from today's broadcast, you can always check things out on the podcast page. All of that brought to you by Schaefer Door and Company. All right, guys, what we learned today. Carey Davis.
Yeah, I learned from my good friends over at the Riz Show that the Pit Bull Terrier is the #1 dog breed in the state of Missouri. Thank you, good folks over at the Red Show.
Okay. Marshy.
I learned that my life is going to get extremely harder these next few months now that Micah Parsons is in the NFC North.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. I learned that even though you're a Hall of Fame receiver and played for the Dallas Cowboys, you should probably be careful what you say on live television about a player not being traded and then moments later being traded, which was Michael Irvin on ESPN talking to, I believe, Laura Rutledge at the time, saying there's no way he's going anywhere. Pause, 2, 3. Wait, what? You got to be careful. You better be sure of what you're saying. That's for sure. All right, Marshall.
Traded, Michael. Oh, Lord.
3 stars, buddy.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
All right, we're going to give the 3rd star of the day to the Succaneers, as Anthony liked to call Tampa Bay.
I can't clap for that. I played for the Buccaneers. Played for a lot of teams.
Did they cut you?
They cut me twice.
Yeah.
Succaneers.
Just I remind you, okay? Just saying.
Yeah. 2nd star of the day goes to Harry Davis.
Yeah, Harry Davis. I don't know.
Harry Davis. And our 1st star of the day.
Hey, Harry.
1st star of the day goes out to watching football while doing a radio show.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get it in, buddy, you should do it.
I couldn't agree more.
Yep.
Well said, Carey. All right, that'll do it for us here today. Let's not forget that tomorrow, right here on 101 ESPN from 2 to 6, it's the Fast Lane, and it's Freedom Friday. So get your questions ready, your topics ready, your thoughts ready. Whatever it is you're thinking about, we may or may not talk about it. Not sure, but we're going to have a hell of a time tomorrow. Carey Davis out tomorrow. Safe travels to you, my friend.
I'll be on 2 to 4.
Be on 2 to 4. We'll have Anthony be back, too. He'll be out of timeout. Till tomorrow, we love you all. See ya.